All right, good evening, everybody. I'm Professor Bobo. Welcome to the lecture hall. Tonight we have two matchups. We're going to start off here with Heroic Division. We have Order of the Sleeping Dragon going up against Salted Snacks. Two teams right in the middle of the Heroic Div standings. We are headed first to NGS headquarters, headed to Infernal Shrines. That'll be followed up by Cursed Hollow. We'll bring up our map bands and picks in a little while. Let's go ahead, get ourselves on over to lobby. So Braxis and Towers of Doom have been removed. The first, thankfully. The second, well, Salted Snacks may be getting rid of a map that we've seen OSD on a little bit here. So we've got two macro-based maps. Two maps, again, very popular. Two maps we've certainly seen these teams play on. OSD is 3-1 on Infernal Shrines. So they're heading to a place that they are well acquainted with. Now for our rosters, quick shout out to Vikel. You're the man, dude. Always good to see you. Oop, Kaimo is not quite here yet. Let's get rid of that. He'll be here next game. And for the run-in, again, these two teams, as you can see, we have our standings there on the bottom. OSD currently in 4th, picking up a whole bunch of draws, but last night got to see them go up against Moto, a sound and convincing domination, featuring a little bit of Abathur Samuro shenanigans on BOE. Salted Snacks, 2 losses in a row, but they've been a little bit up and down so far this season. But again, claiming points, both of these teams, again, well positioned to be ready for maybe the mid-tier of these playoffs. It's going to be a little bit tough to break through at the top where 2+2 seem to be running away with it in the early part of the season. And our keys to the game. We'll start off with Give Up the Ghost. With Phoenix's resurrection and place here in the Nexus, he saw a ton of bans and a ton of first picks and a ton of teams really trying to figure out where this hero fits in. But lately we have seen him fall off in the meta. OSD has yet to actually play Phoenix, and Salted Snacks have not touched the hero in 3 games, including bans. So we've seen Phoenix fall off. It's been a little bit of a move back to Genji, the Hanzos, the Flex with the Medivh and the Maiev, still very popular there. So Phoenix falling off a little bit. On our second point, we have healing. I just want to give a quick shout out. Taking a look at the scouting reports, the 2 players that show up at the same sort of level right now are these supports. Shout out to Rossi and Trinth. Again, similar in stats, similar in impact. They've been doing a great job thus far in the season. And our third point, yeah, there's our boy. Hi, Corgi. Much love. Can't wait to see your feed, buddy. And with that, we're going to head on into draft. Our first map, again, Infernal Shrines. This is NGS Heroic Division, week number 3. OSD and Salted Snacks. As you can see, OSD will be on the left here. Salted Snacks with our first ban and first pick. Beat me to it. I would put the Maiev and the Medivh on high alert here. Not just picks that are strong in the meta, but Medivh is something that teams would be well prepared to remove from OSD. We see the Maiev ban in response. Quick, snappy draft. First pick up for Salted Snacks. Given that this is Infernal Shrines, obviously Shrine Clear will be at a premium. We can certainly expect to see Hanzo here. The tank meta plays favorably into the map with Diablo and Garrosh the most common picks. Our support tier is well defined as Stukov and Malfurion at the top, but Alex Straza will be a likely pick here at some point. I'm not sure if it makes it through the secondary ban phase, and the Garrosh is the first pick up here for Salted Snacks. We'll see where OSD wants to go. Here on Infernal Shrines, they have put a strong emphasis on Malfurion in their previous games. Once again, OSD is 3-1 on this map. They don't have a stock draft, but this being, once again, the most popular map in all of NGS, they're well versed what the map can do. Johanna and Junkrat. The Joe response to Garage. The Junkrat. Ever annoying. Great shrine control. Number of CC options and his strong clear. I see Ripper in chat. I'm playing some fancier game screens. I haven't done it yet though. Ripper, you just keep doing the talking. You pick up these Croverlays, as we have trademarked them. Just a shout out to one of our newly promoted casters, Crow. Helped me out greatly. I still am not great at clicking buttons. I have no idea how this OBS thing works, but he has been a massive help for me on the back end. Second and third picks here. I would assume we can see one of the supports here. The Junkrat taken. The DPS slot could open up. There's the Hanzo. And the Blaze. So the front line established here for Salted Snacks. And all of the supports make it through. That is going to be a tough front line for Johanna to get past. And that is a very large, effective health pool for Salted Snacks on the front line. Stukov banned. So we see a little bit of the support play coming in here. Let's see what the response is from Salted Snacks. Strong DPS options here. Could include Jaina, as we have seen her move on up in the meta. With Blaze picked up, Sonya is the highest tier offlaner in terms of the meta, but she does fall off here as we move up the competitive ladder. Not as highly prioritized at the top. She's been an active participant in 3 out of 8 games thus far for OSD. So an option. And a Genji ban. Genji balance patch coming through. A wise ban, not just because of his efficacy against Hanzo. With the increase in his AA and just a little bit more health, he's become more effective at whittling down tanks on the front line. Even those, such as Garrus and Blaze, that have strong options defensively. It's a little bit of a different hero. He's just more annoying. And it's a wise decision not to let one team have 2 Overwatch heroes, because as Reddit will tell you, that is pretty much game over. Leo and the Alex. Again, we anticipated the Alex Straza. Leaves the Malfurion open. Leoric providing a wonderful opportunity for Corgi to feed, just because it plays into the trait. Can you really get mad at him if he's getting that much value out of it? I'm not quite sure. Last picks here for Salted Snacks. Again, Malfurion would certainly seem to be an option here. It would be the highest tier support that's left. And for a secondary DPS, multitude of options. I could see a Jaina in here, depending on what Salted Snacks want to do with their Hanzo. Did they want to use him for PvE? Or will it be more of a redemption build? Every single Hanzo game is a different build. There is no consensus right now. He's a flexible hero. Tracer Mouth. Okay, so the Tracer being left open will be a problem for Junkrat and Alex Straza. OSD may be looking for sort of an extra defensive option here. Something to deal with that Tracer invade. Tracer will largely be the only hero sort of going forward and looking for that deep dive. .35 seconds left. And we get a Greymane. So the Pupper makes an appearance. The comps are rounded off. Once again, NGS, Heroic Division. This is week number 3. OSD and Salted Snacks. This is our first map. With moments we will be headed to Infernal Shrines for our first match of the set. These are pretty standard comps. The Leoric moves up in value here on Infernal Shrines. It's a map that is difficult to snowball in the early game. He should get value on his 13 and 16 for sure. Keep an eye on Trent on that. Alex, obviously you want to see strong use of the Dragon Queen, as it times up so incredibly well with the objective. Stronger kill potential on the side of Salted Snacks, given that they went with the Malfurion and the Tracer. With the Hanzo, you can anticipate Dragon Arrow to back that up. But on the flip side, should OSD wind up picking up objectives, they have much more siege potential with Greymane. And with Junkrat. And here we are. For Salted Snacks here on the right, Tracer will be playing the Tracer. Go figure. Infrared will be hopping onto the Hanzo. Rossi will be on that Malfurion. Blaze TBD on the Garrosh. Trying to confuse me. I'm probably going to mess that up more than once. And Chips will be playing the actual Blaze. For OSD, Redion will be tanking it up on the Joe. Woven will be playing the Greymane. Silent Shoe sneaking in there on the Junkrat. Trent on the Alexstrasza. And Corgi Booty on the Leo. These teams looking to run it down mid here. This is a Redemption Hanzo to start off. Adrenaline Stim Pack, the standard pick there for Blaze. This looks like, is this the Iron Skin cooldown? That is Hold Your Ground, so an Iron Skin CDR there for Johanna. Blaze moving right on in, picks on Redian. There is the Iron Skin used already, and Corgi Booty steps up onto the Tracer. A little bit of trade there. Both teams having a bit of poke. Blaze looking for yet another throw. Teams will split. The eternal battle begins on the top lane. The 4-man settling in. OSD with a little bit of an advantage here. Woven picking up the first bit of wave clear. He should be able to sneak on out. Salted Snacks leaving the Tracer mid lane here. Pulse Bomb at 80%. So a little bit of a 1-1-3. XP even this early in the game. Both teams now looking to trade Merc camps. With that wave advantage, OSD will move for bottom Merc camp. Infrared will step up here and look at it. Whittle this scan down before anything's picked up. Our first shrine will be in the top lane. Corrigan Chips trading wet noodles. Once again, our first objective will be here in top lane. Again, XP nice and even. I don't think anybody's been reduced to below half health. No invade attempts yet. Hi, Corgi. Thanks for stopping by. Get back on up there. There's Iron Skin from Johanna. Nothing doing. As the Garrosh will back off. Keep an eye on Tracer with the Pulse Bomb here. We'll see if the move is to try to find a pick, potentially in the rotation, pre-objective, or whether it's going to be held. Garrosh here chasing the Greymane. He's quite deep right now. Rossi will follow up. OSD playing safe here. And a aggressive positioning here from Salted Snacks. Both teams hitting level 5 at the same time. We'll throw our talents up here. Bunch of stacking quests, but not a whole lot doing. This is Redemption into Explosive Arrows for Hanzo. check that Johanna talent. Eternal Retaliation, so the Condemn cooldown. Garrus under a little bit of pressure there from Corgi Booty. Right now, Chips is going to work the mid wave. Look to pick up a little bit more wave clear. Woven eats the Pulse Bomb. No harm there. So Tracer will have to build this right back on up. About a quarter of a bomb is up. And Salted Snacks looks like they may be thinking about giving this up. We do see Chips down there. 5v4 in the top lane. At the same time, Snacks doing a good job of applying pressure through enough of these skeletal defenders. A little bit of pressure around the Radiant. It's 25, a good route there. We see Iron Skin pop. Keep an eye on that cooldown. On the back line, Tracer nearing a Pulse Bomb. She has it. She will have the opportunity to go in and trip immediately with the Dragon. This will secure the objective. Pulse Bomb missing. No low health targets, so a little bit of a waste there. Salted Snacks are closing in on a 1 level lead. Obviously, that will change now with the Mortar Punisher picked up. Leo sliding down. The double soak battle will begin between mid and bottom. This Punisher getting pulled behind the fort here. OSD will get 1 tower. Garrus looking to get the throw there. Radiant should have Iron Skin up. And it's a wall and a gate. Level 7, though, picked up early for Salted Snacks. About a half-level lead here. Into the fray. The obvious pick up there. Looks like Jumper. Is that Jumper? That's Bullet Time, pardon me. Bullet Time the new. Corgi under big pressure. Is this... Oh! Derp number 1. We do see Nature's Cure for Malfurion, so keep an eye on Malf, whether or not he can use that sort of pseudo-cleanse effectively, particularly against any of the Johanna combos. You know, we're going to look to see whether or not he can sort of disrupt the Condemn into Blessed Shield combo later. First blood claimed by Salted Snacks as they now have a 1-level lead. Looking for the invade here. Woven in mid lane will have a camp to clear up. Full W build for Alex. Almost halfway through that first quest. And we do see one of my favorite talents, Subdue. It's a risk, but the reward is fantastic. Should you complete that quest, and we'll just highlight that real quick for anybody who isn't aware. You gotta hit 4 or more heroes at the same time with Punish. Then that slow becomes an 80% slow over the duration. Will be particularly problematic for Garrosh and Blaze at the front line. They do have their own sort of self-cleanses with Indomitable and Bunker. But an 80% slow, nothing to laugh at. She's there poking Woven, holds the post bomb. Chips comes down to say hey. So Salted Snacks with this, about 3/4, almost 1 level lead. We'll have 10 first. This will be a mid-lane objective. Aggressive positioning here, looking to take advantage of that 10. I thought maybe they'd be looking for the Leo pickoff, but instead Salted Snacks will go for the top invade. Oh, as they sniff this out, they're going to wind up prepping bottom lane. Should be at least 1 tower. They should be able to finish the wall. Blaze is going to go ahead, shift his way down. Corgi sniffs out the camp in the top lane, but it was grabbed very early. Won't be too much of an advantage as that middle shrine yet to be... Oh, there we go. There's our 30-second timer. With bottom wall removed, that is going to come into effect during the next objective phase. OSD do wind up picking up 10. So we have Dragon Arrow, Warlord's Challenge, Twilight Dream, and Bunker. Again, everything fairly standard for Salted Snacks. And on the flip side, we do have March of the Black King. That one sort of standard deviation, if you can call it that. Riptire, Blessed Shield, Cleansing Flame, and go for the throat. Woven will look for the resets there. Two soft targets in Tracer Hanzo, and another soft target in Malfurion until the 13 is online. OSD will move in to the shrine, and with that first condemn, they will begin this objective phase. There's Iron Skin removed already. A Pulse Bomb is ready. Infrared going in deep here. Looking to get some of that poke on. 13 to 11 in terms of skeletal defenders. Everything should be available. Keep an eye on the Dragon Queen. Corgi on the backside here. And immediately a jet propulsion in by Chip underneath the root there. There's the dragon looking to keep Woven alive. Go for the throw is used, and Tracer goes down. The counter kill on the invade. Twilight Dream interrupted by the Riptire. Fantastic play coming out there from Silent Shoe. Garrosh under immediate pressure. He throws the Leo away. Does he get out? Cleansing Flame to secure the kill. 3 kills for OSD. Trent with the big play. Shout out to Woven for staying alive there. The pressure from Tracer was immense. He was juggling around 20% health, stayed alive, ripped go for the throat early, picks up the kill, and then the Riptire to interrupt the T-Dream. Punisher Jump should be available here. That's on to Tracer. Low health. Will get away. OSD should be able to claim the first fort. And this is a game that started off with Salted Snacks picking up a level advantage. They had 10 first, used it to pick up top camp. Didn't get much out of their invade, and now OSD should be looking. They have a 3/4 of a level lead, maybe not quite 1, and now the chase is on. Keep an eye on Tracer, who does not have a pulse bomb. Iron Skin has been popped from Joanna. Ready and might have to just eat the throw here. The Junkrat Mine out for the defensive tool. No harm, no done. OSD escapes. This game turned very, very quickly on that Tracer kill. Snowballing into 3. Snowballing into an objective. Ready and thinking about the invade. They do have 13 here. Corgi with a big spooky hand there on Blaze. He is under a big ton of pressure there. Will wind up getting out. Dragon Arrow comes out. Hits 2. Woven was under pressure. So Corgi goes down. Feed number 2. Got to get that trade value. 13's for both teams. I definitely like the invade attempt there. Did not quite have enough to get Garrosh out of the way. Ready and positioning here defensively. Garrosh will eat the trap. Early root provides no value. Corey up there. Eats the jet propulsion. Misses the W. And now we can just ignore these two for a while. Mid-camp will get some push as it slides on in. We see Salted Snacks sliding back there. We see Pacify for Alex. The beginning of the 13-16 Wraith Walk build. Ripper Air picked up on Junkrat as well. Again, everything pretty standard. We do have the extra shield on Groundbreaker. Ice Block for Mel for sure. And a very interesting talent. Suppressive Fire. Reducing spell power on Blaze. Remember, spell power will affect healing as well, so Blaze's Q now picks up a ton of value into Dragon Queen. Be something to see if we can keep an eye on. OSD. Strong positioning up top here. They'll be able to finish off top tower. We'll see if they go for the well. This is a late rotation from Salted Snacks. It is only chips up here. Corgi will be late. Aggressive positioning. With the anchor here from Blaze TBD on that Garrosh. Both teams looking to grab their camps. Run it down top lane. See who's going to pick up our next objective. So we've had 3 Punishers thus far. It has been top, middle, and top. The structure advantage well in favor of OSD. They've been able to remove the wall well standing, so no wall top or bottom. Did a good job of working the map for wherever that may be. Blaze TBD here with a quick invade, misses the Groundbreaker. Ready and able to stay mounted, and that is 10 skeletal defenders picked up already. You can expect to see Dragon Queen shortly, probably around 25. That's where Trent's been holding it for a decent amount of time, at least until the Tracer invade. There's the W from Alex. Holding Dragon Queen. Redemption now completed for Hanzo. We'll see an increase in attack speed. Woven is in deep in big trouble there. Using the Q to try to get out. The Riptire will come in, just try to provide a little bit of help. Corgi under big pressure from Chips there. The Riptire winds up picking up a ton of value as Garrosh goes down. Cleansing Flame is out as well. Chips near death at 100 HP. Trent going in for the kill. Wing Buffet picks up kill number 2. OSD is on the march. Corgi in the backline. Rossi in big trouble. Infrared will go down momentarily. Can Woven go ahead and pick up a kill here? Under pressure from Tracer. Does not have a pulse bomb. Slides through to W. Not just Overwatch heroes with movement abilities, folks. And OSD will pick up their second. Scratch that third Punisher. They've had all three, and this is the Arcane Punisher. This bad boy is going to hurt. Should be a fort. I definitely want to see OSD bomb down this lane. Get a little bit of run it down going. They should be able to take at least a keep wall out. Level 16 has been picked up for both teams. We'll flash our talents here. In the meantime, Saltus next are going to go ahead and look up to set up a defensive positioning as this Arcane Punisher barrels down top lane. Alex is done with W quest, so Abundance will provide that globe. Has picked up the increased duration on Dragon Queen. Ready and not yet able to finish Subdue. There's the Punisher jump. Garrosh uses Indomitable. Corgi going in deep. Does he get back across the wall? Yep. And you see that strong siege damage there. Greymane and Junkrat now, especially now that Junkrat has access to Endless Nade. Rossi has disconnected. Okay, there's the pause. Rossi should be okay. Before we shift on over, we'll show the positioning there from Malfurion. The Punisher quite low. Both teams have 16. The root has been used. We'll jump back over to the cast. So, if you're just joining us, OSD have grabbed the first 3 Punishers of our match here on Infernal Shrines. Currently pressuring top lane. Keeps at about 75% health. It's going to take at least 1 kill, I would believe, for them to take this top keep. Other lanes, nice and even. Nothing going on. Outside of this, it's going to be a long road for retreat. Taking a peek right now, Tracer does have a pulse bomb. Looks like everything in our game is available for heroics on both sides. 6-2 in terms of kills. Take a quick look at our stats in game there. Corgi, leading hero damage. He feeds, but he hurts. Sitting up there at 25k. Hanzo on the flip side, 28k. Okay, we have my count. All right, so we're about to jump back into game here. Back underway. So no keep damage done. No chase here either from Salted Snacks. They were a little bit below health, comparatively speaking. And at the same time, following the reconnect there from Malfurion might have been a little dangerous. Those Walmart modems, you never know when they're going to go twice. But that Kmart connection back online. Salted Snacks are definitely looking for a kill here. They are going to be down the level 20 tier for the next objective. This is certainly going to be our first bottom Punisher. Woven putting pressure on the Tracer here. Chips defending mid lane. Already, wall down bottom. Well stands. Taking a little bit of damage, but really no harm done. And OSD now have 2 levels to work the map, set themselves up for 20. This is going to take Salted Snacks probably 2, if not 3 big teamfight wins to complete the comeback. Blaze winds up sneaking on out there. We say that because they have yet to put any structural pressure on. We do see, both towers here have been chipped away at. 1 missing tower mid. That guy's hanging on by a thread up on top. Corgi putting the pressure on top lane here. Chips will go to respond. I'm so wet. Lucky baby, I'm here for you. I took a shower. I used conditioner. This is the lecture hall 2.0, man. Can't take any shortcuts, BB. 19 fast approaching here for OSD. Not sure they're actually going to be able to pick up 20. They've tried to get the sideshow going with Corgi a little bit here, but Salted Snacks have positioned aggressively enough that they are not going to give away any free experience. They're certainly not going to let OSD split and cover all 3 lanes. They are going to leave Leoric alone But Chips here on the Blaze has done a really good job of just showing up mid in case a fight is down. He also jumps back just to help pick up that wave clear. Garrosh been living in the bush down here, trying to find any way back into this game. 30 seconds left. 20 looks like it's going to be difficult to achieve. We'll see if OSD keep that Leoric as far away as possible in order to pick up that experience. And OSD slide on up to the 4. Woven jumping in there. Wow, they're going to claim this fort. That's a big pickup. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to get the well, but Garrus is in a great position here to put pressure on Irradiant. Alex is in big trouble. The Dragon's Arrow comes out, immediately interrupts the Cleansing Flame. That is 1 kill on Alex Raza. Tracer is tracking down Woven on the Greymane, but the counter kill on the go for the throat. Woven sneaking on out of there. Corgi and Radiant are under pressure here. 20 has been picked up. Immediately Indestructible locked in, and for good reason. Corgi surviving with a spooky hand here. And now the counter pressure coming in from OSD. Garrosh under big pressure here. Chips is on an island as well. Infrared trying to find his way onto the backline. Woven coming back in here. He's tapped. Goes in on Blaze. The Jet Propulsion eaten by Leoric. Bunker is down as well. Radiant can continue to play aggressively when Indestructible still on cooldown. Blaze goes down. 2 for 1. And OSD will start the objective. Alex is down. She'll be back in 15 seconds. A great Dragon's Arrow from Infrared, stopping the Cleansing Flame. The Pulse Bomb actually connected on 2 targets, but Woven used Go for the Throat as a mobility tool. Winds up picking up the Tracer, counter kill. They're going to be able to easily pick up the objective once Alex comes back. Top camp now pressuring the wall, but OSD knows that they have a win condition here. Radiant, wow, picks up 4 skeletal defenders with the flashlight, and here comes Cena. Long way to go. Salted Snacks, they're going to have to use every tool here just to get out. Radiant actually uses the Blessed Shield on the Garrosh. He is going to go down. He taunts, but that's only going to help Greymane out. Corgi putting pressure on the backline, so Garrosh is down. That's 60 seconds. That is the first kill. Without the keep wall being down, that's not quite game. Punisher jumps onto Blaze. Corgi on the backline, just trying to reduce a little bit of damage here. Maybe see if he can pick up an easy kill. Chips is under pressure. Half health, but out. Woven now onto the keep bottom. This Punisher is at 3/4 health. Infrared chipping away at it. Corgi again on the backline, putting immense pressure on the Chips. It's a big Q on the Tracer. There's a reduced damage. Tracer does have a Pulse Bomb. Infrared now stuck trying to pull this Punisher away, and it is now onto Core. Shield rapidly going down. Jump Propulsion onto Leoric. Winds up being out of it. March of the Black King is going to keep him alive through that Pulse Bomb. Malfurion is being chased by Cena. OSD on the Core. Go for the Throw comes out. The reset picks up 1 kill. Blaze and Tracer are down, and OSD will claim game number 1. Woven MVP? Chat, what do we think? Using his mobility with Greymane to great effect. Fantastic play. Evaded kills with Go for the Throat. Did not go down, despite being a very obvious target for the Tracer. OSD going up 1-0 here. As they claim game number 1. We'll go ahead, get our lobby set back up. If you're just joining us, NGS Heroic Division. A week 3 matchup between OSD and Salted Snacks. Map number 2 will be Cursed Hollow. This is the map choice of Salted Snacks. Interesting spot here for OSD in that they have showed a propensity to pick up draws early in the season. Their record 2-3-0 currently. I'm not 100% sure that that is quite up to current standings. Our mods do the best job that they can. We'll go ahead and get our teams on in the lobby. Teams jumping on in here. Following this game, we will have Division C East. We have Hand Banana and the Buzz Kicks will be ready to go at it. The number 4 and number 5 teams in their respective division. Shots have been fired in chat, by the way, about that game already. Be my second time covering Hand Banana. Like to see what Buzz Kicks can bring as well. We managed to peek in on them earlier in the week here. Teams jumping into lobby. I think a big problem in the first game there for Salted Snacks was that they were not able to apply pressure onto the backline outside of Tracer on the Tracer. They went with the Garrosh Blaze frontline, and that's a frontline that is going to be hard-pressed to put pressure through Leoric and Johanna, especially. So 2 stout frontlines, and when Tracer's the only hero that's able to pressure the backline, she has to be on point. The bombs have to secure kills. Had multiple targets. Junkrat, Grayman, and Alex Straze each can be weak to Tracer, but again, just sort of solo. Dragon's Arrow is going to was tough to find its way all the way through those frontline targets as well. All right, we have everybody in lobby. We'll wait for the R. Red hats. There we go. Take a quick time out here. I want to throw some shout outs. I know I missed a whole bunch. Thank you for the follows, Vikel. The man, the manager, the legend, Tremor1362. Appreciate it. Jay Schmo. You're a chat god, by the way. OSD's secret weapon. Zarafia, thank you for the follow as well. Always appreciate it, guys. I am your host, Professor Bobo. My casts are usually Wednesday and Friday night. We usually throw some weekend action in there as well. I'm currently tied up with Murda in Division A East. Teams are ready for draft. We'll go ahead and throw this up shortly. This is game number 2. OSD looking for the domination. Salted Snacks looking to pick up a point here off of last season's
Cursed Hollow
Division B winners. OSD will have first ban. Go figure, a Maiev ban. Does it take more than 5 seconds for the Medivh ban? It does. Medivh, a strong hero, maybe not the pick here on Cursed Hollow. Some flexibility for draft ban here for Salted Snacks. They can go in a number of different directions. Could think about setting up their 2-3 picks with a different targeted ban. Maybe they remember neither of these teams actually picked up a support in the primary draft phase, which seems a little odd. We still had Malfurion and Alex Straza picked. Salted Snacks taking this one down on the wire. They do get rid of the Medivh. Looks like taking a little bit of time to reconfigure, maybe get comms cleared up, come up with a plan here for the second game. This is their map pick. Abathur makes it through. We know that the Slug always has a place here on Cursed Hollow. Cursed, if you will. First pick over to OSD. So Abathur, as previously discussed, having his place on Cursed Hollow, it is apparently a first pick Abathur. I know the OSD fans saw this last night. Mosher, thank you for the buddy with the Twitch Prime sub. Pop goes my bank account. Woo! So last night, in the second game of their set against Moto, OSD brought out the Abathur on BOE and paired it with a Samuro. Samuro a little bit more map specific for sure, but with Abby and with Genji making it through thus far, we could certainly see clone targets. Genji, Greymane still available. Remember, Shu can jump over to that Li Ming. All of the clone targets are up. Not sure if we're going to see something different here. Hanzo and Dahaka picked up. Strong picks on the map. First global picked up. Certainly will provide a little bit of that macro answer to Abby. Again, a number of clone targets available. We'll see if OSD wants to pick up their hyper carry. All the tanks and supports are available for them as well. They can set this draft up very well. When you pick an Abathur, Hanzo and Dahaka are really not heroes that you're likely to pair with the Slug. I don't think their draft has been interrupted in any way thus far. Greymane Dibbles. Okay, so they have their clone target. And they have also picked up the Lord of Terror. Big Red. The first tank off the board. PvE control on the side of both teams, quite frankly. So we'll see if Salted Snacks has some sort of pivot in this draft. While Hanzo may be moving into a different build. Last game was a Redemption Hanzo with explosive arrows. This may be a little bit more of a W build. Certainly not something that's out of the ordinary, given that we have double boss plays here, given that the Merc camps get an insane amount of value at level 1 on Cursed Hollow. The ban for Salted Snacks will be Uther. I like that ban. I like it a lot. Getting rid of the Uther also prevents, not really prevents, but may deter OSD from going with like a double backline. You can go Greymane and Li Ming. You can put Uther up front with Diablo and put two relatively tanky heroes rather than having a backline support paired with that bruiser offlaner. Stukov removed by OSD. So Malfurion is up. Maybe we'll see more of Trent's Alex Straza. I would not be surprised to see the ETC here. I'd like to actually see a Thrall as well. Might be a little bit too much frontline, but call me crazy. Fan of the War Chief. ETC Rhaegar. Are they smorking? So we get the cow, we get the Rhaegar. OSD now will be looking to pick up their support and whatever they want to flex into. Totally not Ray. Thank you for the follow as well. I see you, Hand Banana boys. You guys are up next. Excited to see that Div C East matchup. But now we have 30 seconds left for OSD. Their final 2 picks here on Cursed Hollow. Lucky calling out chips for the juicy Dahaka thus far. We'll keep an eye on his play on the dinosaur. 10 seconds left for OSD here in draft. Is it Alex?
Guide my path.
Malthael and the Kharazim. Boys, what do you know about that young Kharazim? I like it. Trent looking to flex. Corgi will be jumping onto that Malthael as well. Not great CC for Salted Snacks to deal with the Malthael. I mean, he'll certainly just be able to follow and punish with the Diablo. This is a crazy amount of isolation. If Trent moves into 7-sided strike, that target ain't gonna make it out of there. We'll definitely tax the Rhaegar. You're looking at a setup here for OSD that immediately puts pressure onto Rhaegar in terms of the ancestral healings, and if that ancestral is gone, and OSD still has the ability to pop the R buttons, this is going to be a really tough time for Salted Snacks. We're going to have to see how Rossi handles this. This is going to be one hell of a tough game as a support. Li Ming, the final pickup for Salted Snacks. We're about to move into game 2. For a heroic div matchup here, OSD looking to complete the domination. Salted Snacks looking to pick up a point here on their map. Cursed Hollow coming your way. In terms of which draft I like, I'm always going to go with the team that picked Kharazim. Tip of the hat. We saw Woven's Abathur last night. Was a full shield build. We'll keep an eye and see whether he moves into Mule. That was a full shield build on Battlefield of Eternity. So Mule, not necessarily the most necessary of picks. And game number 2 for OSD. Silent Shoe is going to be playing the Greymane, ready and on the Diablo. Trinth on that young Kharazim. Woven will be playing the Slug. And Corgi Booty just going to derp along with that Malthael. For Salted Snacks, Rossi on the Rhaegar. Infrared again on the Hanzo. Blaze TBD on that ETC.
10 seconds.
Chip's going to be flexing on that Dahaka. We'll keep an eye on him. Shout out from Lucky in chat.
5.
And Tracer will be on
3, 2,
the Li Ming.
1. Fight.
We see a mine build. Abathur. Looking to disrupt rotations. Maybe pick up a little bit of extra PvE value. Shout out Opdaf. The Hand Banana boys. Oh, god damn it. They're trying to put me in their pocket with these Twitch Prime subs. I mean, it's going to work for a little while. Much love, boys. Much appreciated. You're always welcome here in the lecture hall. Ready and looking in to go with the devastating charge on the chips. The body blocks are strong. Dahaka will, well, that's an extinction level event for the dinosaur there. First blood going over. Ready and shot caller, tank, and bully on that Diablo. Meanwhile, Corgi, with help of the hat, picks up kill number 2. This game might get ugly quick. OSD picking up 2 kills immediately. They jump ahead with a 3/4 of a level lead before they even hit level 3. Silent Shoe jumping onto the bot wall. He's got Inner Beast up. Trent, does he have a dash out? He's got a hat. Okay. Ready and Shoe break the wall down. A little aggressive there. No harm, no foul. Abathur here, hanging out with that absolutely disgustingly good skin. Woven, what up, brother? ETC and Hanzo looking to answer in bot lane. Right now, we've got Corgi jumping onto that early camp. The first tribute will be bottom, so we'll have to keep an eye on the interaction here up top. Corgi, figure out where you're going, buddy. He'll go mid, so Abby and Dahaka will sit top. Dahaka will have to sit here and wait for this giant camp to slide up into top lane. Giant's picked up as well by Rossi on that Rhaegar for Salted Snacks. 1 level lead so far. Level 4 picked up already. This is Iron Fist into the extra little bit of healing. We have Spirit Ally. Grabbed by Trent. Die alone. There on Malthea. This is a W build Hanzo. Again, as anticipated, a little bit more PvE and Merc control. 30 seconds away from our first tribute. Dahaka sitting top lane will certainly be able to have his choice of burrow targets. We see the mines there from Abby. Corgi on that Malthael taking the ride. Did he take Pale Horse? Yes, he did take Pale Horse. So those rotations, he's got a little bit more speed. Blaze, trying to see if he can maybe get a target to isolate before objective is up. Trent with a little bit of poke. Infrared has almost completed this channel, but Corgi winds up picking the interrupter. Hockey yet to burrow down, and now OSD moving to a strong position. Trent looking for the delay here. Redian is looking to block the Leeming, but the Sonic Arrow provides that little touch of damage in the interrupt. Dahaka now free to burrow bottom. The XP lead starting to close a little bit. There's a devastating charge on ETC, followed up by the suplex. Big auto attacks coming out from Trent. Shu picks up the kill. 3 kills to 0. We just got to keep asking the question, boys. What do you know about that young Kharazim? Trent looking to flex on the monk. Level 7, rapidly approaching. OSD have put pressure into the bot lane. They are working the lane, obviously, for their boss. A wall and a tower down already. Extra dashes for the monk. Redian moving into Soul Shield rather than Diablo's battle momentum. Redian should be able to have a Q out. He does. Suplex onto ETC. Power slide already used, but Blaze has the ability to back up. Rossi with the cover. Level 7 picked up for Saltus next as well. This is a defensive, but still bot lane trib. Full W for Hanzo. Cleanse, obviously. We see Dahaka moving into Feeding Frenzy, so CDR on drag. Calamity picked up as well. See where the ETC 7 goes. Blaze yet to pick that guy up. Aggressive positioning from Ready in here. Same setup as before. Dahaka top. Does not have a camp to deal with here. You can see just on the minimap there. Chips is looking for the spot. Channel coming through from Corgi. Chips is on the back line. You know, power slide onto Redian. Diablo low. Picks up the hat. Infrared, however, is punched out of commission by Trent. 4th kill for OSD. Not sure if Shu... Oh, does Corgi have enough range? He does. There's the interrupt. OSD was looking to go ahead and tap up and come back, but looks like Rossi has enough. Slight mistake there. OSD picks up the kill, but is unable to secure that second trip. They do, however, maintain a 1-level lead. 10's rapidly approaching. Looks like they're going to look to pick up this bottom wall before making the boss play. Next tribute is top, and next tribute, in terms of positioning, is in favor of Order of the Sleeping Dragon. Chips down here in the bot lane Hanzo top, ETC mid. Salted Snacks, I think they know there's a boss play available for OSD, but they back off. And the Abbey Vision is going to make sure that this boss play is under no pressure. At the same time, boss started on the flip side. This should be a race here. The Hanzo clear should be more than enough. This boss already at half health. But an interesting play from OSD. They may be giving the second one up. 20 seconds left. Chips gets banged into the wall. 7-sided comes out. The boss stun as well. And even though it doesn't hit, down goes the dinosaur. Salted Snacks will have their boss pushing top. Shu stepping on up here. So top fort will go down. Malthiel here just to get a little bit of poke. Woven is going to pop the clone just to provide some delay. Corgi under pressure. Backs out. Now swapping with the clone. Double Malthiel. Keep an eye out for last rites here on ETC. It could even force a heroic. Good delay here from Woven. Another mine. Nobody from Salted Snacks is picking this up. Does it stop the channel? No. Here in bot lane. Boss. Working on keep wall. Up on top, Corgi in big trouble. He will go down. First kill. Hey, what do you know? It's Corgi. Dragon's arrow. Ooh, does it get any value? Nope. So keep wall down. 2 trips for Salted Snacks. OSD will have the 13 talent tier advantage for their next turn in, and that should secure them. Maybe they don't quite get 13. They do get the friendly positioning, though. Malthiel will be back. Woven trying to save this keep. This is the second game that I've seen Woven on the Abathur, and neither time does he go mule. He just bombs into one ability. Mines, mines, and more mines. 13th will be momentarily picked up with a slug soak. Salted Snacks will put Rhaegar as well as Li Ming on their bruisers. 2-2 in terms of tributes. We're running into this weird little spot where, because of the way Cursed Hollow works, because both teams now have 2 tributes, a team fight in either direction now brings with it the threat of a snowball. On OSD's side, because of the positioning, next tribute is going to be down here. If they could pick up 4 or 5 kills, they're going to threaten this bottom lane through the already exposed keep. Both teams grabbing mid here. For Salted Snacks, a team fight win for them. If, again, this is pending if they can even pick up the 13 talent tier advantage. Right now they're in a position where they are going to have to give a curse. But given that they do have 2 tributes, the comeback potential is there for them if they can survive and maybe find themselves on an even talent tier fight. If they do give this curse up, they're going to have to wait until they get to 16, however. Salted Snacks thinking about this. They're in a tough spot. Again, I can see the desperation play. They've yet to pop Mosh or being able to use the heroics in an offensive capability. They can see that this curse is going to cost them at least 1. Keep ready and under pressure a little bit here from the Hanzo. As Woven jumps onto the back line. Woven on that Greymane clone, pressuring Chips out, and curse is picked up by Trent. Oh, the immediate wallbang here. Oh, last rites comes out. But Ancestral Healing prevents the kill, and there is the follow-up. We see a Mosh. The target is Shu. The Abbey hat is out. Shu sliding on out. Radiant using APOC. He does have full souls. Immediately ETC under pressure. 60 health, and he is gone. 2 kills picked up. As Silent Shu on the back end using his go for the throat, and OSD is on the march. Infrared in big trouble here. Young Karazim is going to pick up kill number 4, and it's exactly what we talked about. If OSD can go ahead and pick up these kills, they have put themselves in a position to end the game. Tracer just juggling low health on Li Ming. OSD looking to put pressure on mid keep. I'm not sure they can end here. They are a little low. They'll take at least 2 keeps. Bottom keep will fall momentarily to minions, and they want the triple keep play. That Tracer Orb would have been big for the comeback here. Redian is on the wrong side of a gate. Chips using the drag, but hits no one. The Abbey Hat now on the ETC. He's being isolated there. The suplex should convert this kill. And the cow goes down. Radiant in an odd position here, but Chip's taking damage at the same time. Trent pops the heal. Corgi now is going to eat the isolation. Is able to use the unstoppable to go ahead and get out. Game. Set. Match. OSD. Claim the 2-0. Claim themselves a victory. They make quick work of Salted Snacks here. One team fight all it took. The Greymane clone putting pressure on Chips on the back line allowed Trent to channel, and the fight was turned around by Reddy in there. The APOC able to zone out a number of Salted Snacks players. The ETC kill was first to be picked up, and after that, it's a question of being able to use Karzim's mobility. Go for the throat. Picked up the second kill there as well. Trent going 5-0 in that game. Baller. Absolute baller. 2-0 win for OSD. Are you going to do an interview? Hey, hop in, buddy. We're going to get a quick word with Silent Shoe. We're not going to quite do that. The extra long, insightful Ripper interview. We've got a game to follow it up with, but I definitely want to say hey to this guy. Shoe, what's happening, buddy?
Not much. Good games.
So making quick work of Salted Snacks there in game 2. We called it out. Trent able to pick up that curse. You wind up snowballing that one into 4 kills. Looks like you guys were in complete control of that game. Were we going to see a little bit more Karzim? I know I want to.
Maybe. Maybe, you know.
I listen, I don't want to tip the hand. It's early in the season.
Yeah.
In that first game on Infernal Shrines, if we can just go back real quick, Salted Snacks winds up skipping first objective, but they wind up giving up all 3. Talk about, if you can, just a little bit of the comeback in terms of XP there right in the middle of the game. You guys wound up, losing the race to 10, playing it safe, and used it to really snowball later into that game.
Yeah, our plan was pretty much control the shrine. We knew our analyst was looking into it, doing some maths, and he told us some stuff. So like our goal was we're gonna win the shrine here, get as much value as we can. We got the Alex, we had good shrine clear with Greymane Junkrat. Leo can double soak. Leo can be with us, according to what they do. They got a lot of XP on that first one, a bit more than I expected. And then they caught that good death. They got a good kill on Leo, just walked into the shadows into their team. They rotated a little faster than we expected there too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Greymane, a part of both of the comps there. You see him fall off in the meta a little bit, but trying to find clone targets. Where do you guys feel like Greymane is still the best of the clone targets right now? Where does maybe the clone Genji kind of fall in? Is there another little backup plan? I've seen Woven now play Abathur twice to great effect. Where do the clone targets fall in terms of your meta and what Woven can play?
Woven can play everything. He's the best Lucio in North America, confirmed. No, he can play everything. As far as the Greymane versus the Genji, it just depends what we want to do with the comp, with the rest of the comp. Since the Greymane has a bit more boss control with his damage.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of like we wanted the boss control. We needed someone who can clear a wave as well.
Mm-hmm.
Genji still. I actually really like the Genji changes. They're fun for me to play them.
I like it. I like it too. I think the common sentiment seems to be that the health buff was unnecessary, but it seems like the AA increase for him is going to allow him to put a lot more pressure on the front line.
Yeah.
But just speaking of Genji, well, we got a couple of kids here in chat. Where do you think the build's going to go with that hero?
I think it's Q build unless you are Dragon Blade with a Uther Shield and you're playing for 20.
Okay.
That's
then,
my thoughts.
Right on.
I've seen a lot of E builds though, so maybe I could be wrong.
I think people might be just a little late to the party on that one. But moving into the midpoint of the season here, you guys have picked up quite a number of draws. But are you now? Because I wasn't sure if the standings were updated. Are you 3-3-0 or is it 4-3-0?
We have won 3 matches,
Okay.
tied 3 matches.
Right on. Where do you guys feel you are going to fit in heroic division? Do you feel like you're going to be able to pick up momentum going into the second half of this season, or where's the level of satisfaction right now in terms of the standings with where you guys are at?
Last week and a half have been rough. Redian had internet issues, and he had just transitioned into our drafter.
He's doing a lot of work for you guys. I know he's shot calling too, right?
Yeah, he's the best.
He's been impressive, very impressive.
So,
shout out.
Yeah, so it was right after, I think the day after he was he became our drafter. His internet went kaput, and so we had about a week and a half with no shot caller, and he was doing a lot of the drafting too. So last week was really rough. This week we got him back. We seem to have steady internet. This was, I think, our first matches like these two with our full squad and having some practice time behind it. So we did pretty well with it. I think, as for our goal, we want to win it. I think everyone in Heroic Division is in Heroic Division because they want to win Heroic Division.
Right on.
That's our main goal. And so we're not happy where we are right now because we're not on top, but we'll get there. I think with more full team practices and games.
Absolutely, man. Listen, you guys know you guys have fans, especially coming off of your success last season in NGS. But all right, we got to get ready for our next game. But the floors are yours for shout outs.
Shout out to my team. Shout out to my staff. Fight Kale, Schmo, Ripper. Shout out to all of our fans out there. If I know you, cool. If I don't know you, that's also cool. Check out twitch.tv/Dammy429 for the best stream of all time.
Wait, is he streaming? Hold on.
He streams
on
a
Michael, put that link in chat. That should be fun.
And Corgi Booty with 2 Ys also does. He actually streams, and he's actually really good at it. You'll get to see his beautiful hair. He's playing guitar. He does a lot of great things out there.
Right on, man. All right. Again, I want to thank you.
Shout out to you too, by the way.
Oh, right on, dude. Hey, always. It's a pleasure to get to catch you guys. All right, that does it for game number 1. We're going to take a quick break. Got to take time to reconfigure. Press all the buttons. Make sure everything is correct. As you can see over, where is it? There. Game 2, we'll have Division C East. Hand Banana versus Buzz Kicks. This is the number 4 and the number 5 team in Division C East. Perhaps an early playoff preview. We will be back shortly. I'm your host, Professor Bobo. We'll be jumping in. I'm going to grab Kaimo Tripson as well. We'll get set up, and game number 2 will be underway shortly. All right, thank you guys for hanging in there. We are now just about ready to get going with the second half of our doubleheader. If you're just joining us, this is NGS Season 4, Week number 3. We have a matchup between Division C East teams with Hand Banana and Buzz Kicks. This is the number 4 and the number 5 teams in their respective divisions. And for this game, I will be joined by the captain of Gilly Shark, Kaimo Tripson.
Thanks, Bobo, for having me.
Absolutely.
This should be an exciting matchup.
Yeah.
These evenly matched teams, 4 and 5, going into this game. So we're looking forward to see what they have.
Exactly. And some shots have already been fired. Kunanaki looking to put a loss on the books here for Hand Banana. Both teams already have one game out of the books. Our teams are in lobby here. We'll go ahead. Get ourselves ready. Our first map will go the way of the Buzz Kicks. They have chosen Volskaya for theirs. Hand Banana is going to take us to Towers of Doom in the second game. Sky Temple and Cursed Hollow backed out, banned out. Volskaya,
Yes.
not a map that we see quite often. Kaimo, I don't know. Have you guys been able to play this map a little bit? I know that the meta on it has changed dramatically.
We have not played it. I mean, it's been played by some of our opponents, so it's a map we're looking at. But it's still not. I guess there's two ways that teams tend to play it. There's one that's go really hard, get the first objective, and try to snowball it from there. And then there's the play it slow and try to win the late game. And we'll see what these teams decide to bring here.
Absolutely.
I mean, could see the wild Asmodan on this map, for example.
that sort of late game stacking talent play was so preferred early. It almost seemed like every Volskaya game was doomed to be a 25-minute affair. But now with the strength of the Protector in the early game, it's definitely switched to where you can look to get the snowball going.
Exactly. I mean, you get first Protector, you get a couple of towers, maybe even a fort that gives you an early level 10. Snowball from there, get the second Protector, and just that thing chunks heroes now with the bonus damage from the gunner and that armor. Yeah, so we'll see. It's interesting that the teams banned out what I would consider like the macro maps, the Cursed Hollow and the Sky Temple, where it's Sky Temple is like the objective based map, and Cursed Hollow can be that how well do you control camps, how well do you control map objectives and bosses. So I think these teams just want to brawl.
That's good.
We should see that on these two maps.
Everybody loves a bloodbath. Just checking the run-in for form here for Hand Banana and for Buzzclicks, you will see that they both have recently lost to the number 1 team in C East, the undefeated Married with Children. Actually, next week I believe I'll have so far Div C East is 1 and 2 is Duratan's Couch and Married with Children battle for the top spot. But both teams have had a pretty good run of form thus far. Again, this is the number 4 and the number 5 teams. You can peek at the standings there on the bottom crawler, and we'll jump on into our keys to the game. Playoff preview, as we talked about before. This is the number 4 and the number 5 team. If the season ended today, which it gratefully does not, they would be immediately matched up in the playoffs. And on the second point here, a little bit of highlight on Greymane. Both teams have played him in about half of their games. He certainly fits well still in any comp. He might not be that dominant hyper carry, but there is always a place for the Greninja.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. I'm not sure what these teams' priorities is on support, but that's the other big thing you have to look through in these drafts is, do they pick a high Stukov, do they pick a high Malfurion, or is it just go all in on those damage dealers and those tanks? Try to make sure you get good point control for fighting over these objectives, and Greymane can certainly help with that, getting you those turret camps to give you some more point control and just chunking heroes. And some good damage against the Protector too, if he can get those auto attacks in safely.
Absolutely. Its siege value will certainly get a lot of value in both of these maps, in Volskaya and Towers of Doom. And then the last point, and I didn't actually know this until I peeked at the stats, and I know that I'm cursing him, but I've got to call him out on it if it's true. Draco has 100% uptime. We are, 10 maps in. That is a damn good streak to be running. That's wild, man.
That is very impressive. We'll see if that'll get taken down, but I'll definitely be watching him in this game as one of those players to watch.
I wanted to verify that, but I saw that and I'm like, looking at his KDA, it's like 33. Well, I mean, it's 33 if you don't die, but
it's infinity, right? Like
it's 100% uptime right now. I'm sure he's probably going to die in the first 5v5 fight when they run it down mid, but it's still cool that he's had it going up to that.
He's gonna die in the first 15 seconds. Like,
oh, all right. We're gonna take a quick little detour. We're gonna talk about this Nazebo ban. Buzzkicks played double Nazebo he played 2 Nazebo games against Onslaught actually earlier. I think it might have been Tuesday, maybe Wednesday night. Used him on Dragon Shard as well. So they immediately go after the Nazebo. And the other side of that, I believe on Volskaya in the first map that BuzzKicks played against Onslaught, they had a 300 stack Naz with 7k hit points. It was stupid.
So that's their second tank right there. I mean, Nazebo plays the mini game and then he just wins the video game for you at level 20 when you get that Vile Infection done.
My
So I mean, that's
God.
some serious damage. I like the Nazebo ban on this map. He's one of those heroes that if you can stall this game out and you get level 20 and you get Vile Infection done, you just win the game.
And we
pretty much immediately after that.
And another target ban. Defop has played nothing but Sonya. I believe he was. It might have been Sonya every game. I'm not sure if Married with Children disrupted that, but when I picked up their first game last week, 6 maps, 6 wins, 6 Sonyas.
Wow. Well, we'll have to see him flex out onto another solo laner.
I like the scouting here coming out from these teams already.
Yeah.
They're prepared. I love it.
You love to see when teams do their homework, and we have the first pick Malfurion, so the Grey main is still available. Opting for the Hanzo.
Let's see if we see Stukov here. Alex is a fantastic support on this map as well. So I'm not sure.
Yes.
Not sure where BuzzKicks want to go. They could certainly push the support further down into draft priority here.
Yeah, I mean, they easily could try to like leave up the Stukov, see if Hand Bananas will ban it out if they want to go for that Alexstrasza later in the draft and sort of get a free pick out of that ban, or if they feel like they need one of their supports and want to grab it here, or even grab a tank here, or could prioritize a solo laner to try and further limit Hand Bananas' solo lane pool now that Sonya's banned out.
I hope they're thinking about the incoming Tracer. Okay, they go with the Johanna here. So we see the Malf, and that early Malf can certainly lead into one of Tracer or Genji, and either of those heroes would certainly be an early counter to Hanzo. The Johanna is picked up. Johanna, right now in the meta, sits at a really interesting position in that she's just so difficult to kill that she will always give problems to the dominant tanks, Diablo, and there's the other guy, the War Chief, Garrosh, chosen here by Hand Banana.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was thinking. Johanna's a safe pick if you expect that your team is going to pick one of those high engage tanks of the Diablo or Garrosh, because she can just take the Garrosh throw and Iron Skin her way out of there pretty safely, or even just Iron Skin the Warbreaker and walk away, and she can sit on that point for a very long time with her Unstoppable and Condemn and just really disrupt those auto attackers. And they did go ahead and pick up the Grey main, so there's that first assassin.
And as we talked about, Grey main, decent priority here. We'll see where Hand Banana wants to go with their off DPS. The two options that come to mind immediately right now are Tracer and Medivh. I know Medivh is not something that you're always going to see here in the down in C-Div, but it has been played. However, Draco is both the Grey main and the Medivh player for Hand Banana. Jaina ban coming out.
Alright, so this could be another target ban, or they're afraid of combo potential off of, you could have the potential Garrosh taunt into Ring of Frost with a Twilight Dream follow-up, and then Grey main just having a field day and killing everything.
Three games thus far on Jaina for Sammy YC.
Yeah.
So
there we go.
And the Stukov ban. Again, like I said, we're seeing this already just in the first draft. These teams seem to have a pretty darn good idea what the other team wants to do. With the Stukov ban, again, Alexstrasza certainly moves up in terms of the overall meta. However, BuzzKicks has shown a propensity to go with Uther here. They've had 2 players move on to support, Typhor and Cecil.
Uther would be a good pickup to try and counteract that Grey main dive with the Divine Shield, although he is going to struggle a bit with the sustain and those long fights for the point. So you would need some heroes with some self-sustain. They go ahead and grab the Phoenix
and the
Lucio. Okay.
So
that'll solve the sustain problem.
Interesting. Interesting than that they grab Hanzo and Phoenix. So they not only grab Hanzo, but they grab the Phoenix that is often vulnerable into him. Their wave clear is now outstanding. Johanna and Phoenix. And they have incredible range.
They do. I mean, they have I mean, an ideal poke comp just with that Hanzo and that Phoenix. They can just poke the Garrosh and the Blaze too. Just poke them back out of the way so they have to heal up. We'll see. The Chromie though might make things difficult if she opts for Temporal Loop because they have no cleanse support. I mean, Hanzo is squishy enough and Phoenix are both squishy enough that a Temporal Loop Chromie combo is just going to one-shot them if, Warp is on cooldown. And they
Absolutely.
should be looking to pick up a solo laner here.
So, with Blaze taken off the board, with Sonya out as well, I know this might be a little.
Leoric or Malthael come to mind.
I-
Leoric would be my preference here.
If you're okay giving up the wave clear, well, yeah, I mean, you can also do two things. Don't forget, you can just take Phoenix and throw him. All right, they go with Dahaka.
That's true.
I was
Okay.
hoping for a Tyrael. I know that's sometimes that seems odd. You don't know if people have that in their bag, but I really would have liked to seen the Tyrael there. But and the drafts are complete. 10 seconds here before we get going. If you're just joining us, once again, this is NGS. Season 4, week number 3, we have 2 Div C East teams. Number 4, Hand Banana, going up against number 5, Buzz Kicks. I'm your host, Professor Bobo, here with Kaimo Tripson. Kaimo, pick a draft here. What do you like?
Oh, this is I'm leaning towards the side of Buzz Kicks. I mean, they have the fantastic wave clear. They have outstanding sustain with the Lucio, the Phoenix, and my game just crashed. Awesome.
We'll get you on the reconnect.
I love heroes.
The one,
I mean, they have everything.
the one thing that, the one piece that I don't want to say bothers me or worries me too much is that Dahaka loses a lot of value here on Volskaya. He has the ability to show up anywhere for that bot objective, but he can struggle a little bit in that top and mid are not too far apart. The conveyor belts provide excellent mobility between mid and bot as well. So it's not a great Dahaka map. You're also picking a hero with limited CC to go with Johanna, so you're buying into that full poke comp. We'll see if he goes with isolation or adaptation here. It is a hero that certainly is safe against the outstanding CC here. I'd keep an eye on Mosher and Ray. When I was able to cast their previous game, they were just on point. The Garrosh tosses into root combos were outstanding, and Hand Banana can really build up a big lead if they can play that well here.
Yeah, I mean, Hand Bananas does have an absurd amount of crowd control with the Warbreaker, the taunt, the roots, the jet propulsion, the slowing sand. If they get a target flipped, that is likely going to be a dead hero unless it's the Johanna. I mean, without the Lucio burst healing, it's going to be hard to save some of those squishier targets. So it's going to be, does their poke comp, does Buzzkick's poke comp play the objective slow enough to allow Dahaka to get that experience value? Or is it just going to be the burst wombo combo of Hand Banana getting that early kill and getting the lead in the objective?
They're going to need a little bit of RNG to get the most out of that Dahaka. You would ideally want the first objective to be top or bottom. A mid objective doesn't really help them out too much, so we'll certainly have to keep an eye on that. But our game is ready. We'll get Kaimo back in at any given time.
My game is opening, so we'll have that lovely reconnect system.
All right, so jumping in here. On the side of Hand Banana, Ray will be playing the Garrosh. Sammy YC is going to be on the Chromie. Mosher on the Malfurion. Defop, bereft of his beloved Sonya, will be playing the Blaze. We'll see if Draco can keep the streak alive on that Greymane. I'll go ahead and get the other side. Spooch Spartan will be playing our Phoenix. Nibar is on the Hanzo. Kunanaki on the Dahaka. Zarathan will be playing the Johanna. And on the Lucio will be Typhon. Early W build for Chromie. Just trying to keep an eye out. And an early W build for Hanzo as well. Q build will be coming out for Phoenix. A little bit of a change in that Blaze goes with Neural Stimpack, so he'll go ahead and pick up a little bit more mana in CDR. Appreciate the thought there from Ray. We're going to keep the game going. We want to keep this game all about our players. I'm sure we'll get Kaimo back in there. But right now, both teams sort of poking it out. We see Dahaka jumping top. Kunanaki just getting a little bit of ISOP going. So the solo laner for Buzz Kicks. Jumping into the top lane. He will go ahead and switch it up. Headed bot. Defop down there on the Blaze. And a 1-3-1 early on here from Hand Banana. This is the prime stacking map for Chromie. Again, given the way that she can proc stacks off of not just heroes, but the Protector. You can actually play a late game Chromie here. That may be why we're seeing W build. Ray looking to get the step up here. Both teams just trading XP, everything kind of even. Our first objective will be mid. We'll see what kind of value. Again, what does the Dahaka get? No W stacks yet for Tomley. Only 2 hits on the Q. Sammy's going to have to pick it up. 4-man rotate from Buzz Kicks. There's a good ground breaker from Ray. No throw. Hasn't really seen a target yet that he's felt comfortable with. Right now it just looks like he's looking to stack Q. Level 4 online for Hand Banana. Indomitable. Bronze Talons. At the Trent, we do. Vengeful Roots. Chosen. 30 seconds for our first objective.
I am back into the game.
Right on. There we go, brother.
Man, what an exciting game this has been so far. I missed most of it.
Oh, blame the reconnect system. It is a you-know-what.
It was actually very well behaved. It didn't take the entire game, so we'll have just in time for the first objective. Let me just catch up real quick here. Okay, talents, yeah, good. Hand Bananas did opt for that early fortification camp to get that turret out.
But a good pickup on the side of Buzz Kicks. They used their just incredible Merc clear. I mean, you have Phoenix and Hanzo. So they're already going ahead, grabbing their top camp. It's going to push into a wall. It's going to have to be responded to. Draco will pick it up. A little bit of a quarter of a level lead here for Hand Banana. Neither team quite yet able to pick up this point.
Yeah, we see that Greymane is just now rotating down, so it'd be interesting to see if you know, Blazing Hawk is still dueling at bottom. If once they get this turret, if Buzz Kicks decide to go in and try to force Hand Bananas off the point, they gotta watch out for those Chromie
big hit from
sand
Sammy.
blasts.
Yeah, he's gonna have to
sand guy.
Gonna have to use these points as his primary stacking shots. There's Kunanaki with the Dahaka.
Exactly, Chromie. I mean, once Chromie needs to get stacked and then can do some serious damage.
Deep in there, and immediately the direct propulsion misses the Dahaka on the burrow. The isolation comes out, hits no one, and Hand Banana will have to back up. Each team trading turrets right now.
Yes, the turrets are about to go down, but it looks like Buzz Kicks has been able to force Hand Banana off the point momentarily. Dahaka taking a ton of damage there, Root just narrowly missing. And they're both going to back off, tap well, and toss into Johanna.
And she does not have Iron Skin. Zarathan is first blood. There's Ray with yet another throw. And a huge W from Chromie. Nibars is going to have to take a flip and get himself a drink. And right now, Hand Banana looking to start this channel.
Yeah, I like what Buzzkicks is doing here. Waiting for Johanna to get back, sending Hanzo up to the top lane to get that experience, make sure they stay even with Hand Banana in the race to 10. And they have a lot of time while Hand Bananas has 3 members on this objective. They can just wait for the Johanna to get back in and then look for a re-engage.
Ray looking for yet another flip. Kunanaki now is hit by the jet propulsion. Does he have the burrow? He's using his trait to go ahead and heal up. Turns this fight with a really good drag on the Garrosh. The Unstoppable used. Indomitable will see the War Chief out. But Sammy YC now under big pressure. Let's see if he can escape Zarathan on that Johanna.
Takes big damage from Chromie.
Oh, the throw.
The Root onto the Phoenix. Phoenix goes down.
So Ray throws the Lucio over the wall on top of the Chromie. Chromie lives. And at the same time, we see our second kill picked up as Phoenix winds up getting caught in the root. Going for a third kill, jet propulsion onto Johanna there. She uses Iron Skin to escape, but Hand Banana wrestling this point away.
This synergy between Ray and Devop is excellent. I mean, every single toss, there's a jet propulsion to get that stun, and then Greymane dives immediately onto it. That's easy kills. Targets have been falling like flies here. First objective should get picked up momentarily.
After the first game with Hand Banana, the Ray Mosher combo was on point in the first game, and immediately the Garrosh was insta-banned out in the second. If they keep it up, I think they're going to see the exact same thing here. Blaze and Chromie will jump into the Striglov Protector as Hand Banana looking to run it down mid.
Yeah, and Dahaka is in the bottom lane soaking. They did get that siege camp, trying to push top to try and ease up some of this pressure, while the Protector looks for those towers to get level 10 and get further ahead in this game.
A lot of couch XP here in the walls. Hand Banana. Let's see if they can pick up level 10 and then maybe make a move on a fort. Oh, there's a big ground breaker. Look at knee bars there. He's still... Oh, that's Striglov.
So low.
He didn't quite have the Q ready. That could have been a dead Hanzo. We're starting to see Sammy YC get stacked a little bit there.
Yeah, Ray's stepping forward, looking for a good target. But without the Blaze and the Chromie, it's really just the Protector has to go on that, but that should still just be fine to confirm that kill. Greymane's now matching Dahaka in the bottom lane. 10 has been picked up. And we have Warlord's Challenge, Slowing Sands, Twilight Dream, Bunker Drop, and Go for the Throat on the side of Hand Bananas.
We do see Slowing Sands picked up as well. I just like this talent in general. Temporal Loop is just so hit or miss, and you can really, with the Chromie, wind up just choking a point out with Slowing Sands.
Yes, it's definitely good zone control. This will help on those objective fights to also try and get more of those W stacks with heroes caught in the center of that. So it should help her to stack faster, and they are still just skirmishing around mid, trying to get some more damage on these buildings, get some more experience.
I feel like the Chromie quest was bugged at level 1. He's got to have more than 6 shots on his W quest. Something might be up there. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Maybe if we get a break in the action, we'll take a peek on the actual stat screen. Level 10 is picked up here for Buzzkicks, Dragon Arrow, Isolation, Blessed Shield, of course Sound Barrier and Purification Salvo. There's a big arrow onto the point, and immediately big trouble, but the bunker comes out. Does it save Ray and Draco?
Ray just barely gets out, does drop the healing pulse in case Garrosh would go down. Purification Salvo looking, does connect, no confirmed kills, tongue onto Blaze, that will be a dead Blaze. First blood for Buzzkicks.
A very good Condemn into Blessed Shield combo there. The first kill picked up for Buzzkicks. Holding Purification Salvo late. Every single heroic was popped with the exception of Phoenixes. It goes out, and the drag follow-up confirms Buzzkicks' first kill as Blaze goes down.
Yeah, and they are just now about half a level down in experience as Dahaka's been pushing that bottom lane, getting a tower and a half. Is smartly backing off as he sees multiple members missing, but going back in, just make sure those minions can try and clean up that last bit of tower and even out that experience.
And it looks like the heal item was popped there. Oh, Kunanaki with a quick drag onto Ray in the bottom lane there. The Dahaka gets flipped. Let's see if he wants to use the taunt to try to convert the kill there. Taunt goes out. Root also on Dahaka. Eats the time trap. And I think
Dahaka just gonna walk away.
Yep, he does have to use
pop the
trade
essence
heal.
to make sure. So that is a trade.
Low cooldowns though.
Yeah, low cooldowns. Does take a while to build up that essence on Dahaka. It's currently now only back up to 8 out of 50.
And a very good macro play here top as Buzzkicks use the attempted kill on Dahaka, and they trade that attempted gank for a well top. And let's see if they can use it to their advantage here, as the second objective is 20 seconds away for top lane.
Yeah, getting that well top was crucial because Buzzkicks was also missing their well top lane from that first Punisher push, or the objective push, so now that evens it out, so neither team can really just move back, tap, and reset as easily in this top lane.
And Kunanaki has really stressed this bottom lane. He's already got the wall down. He's going to take bottom well in addition, and this should allow Buzzkicks to have 13. They won't lose too much of a percentage here. Well, keep an eye on Kunanaki. Let's see when he does wind up popping in top.
Looks like Buzzkicks opting to go back and collect both
I like this.
of the fortification camps. This is a beautiful play.
Absolutely.
Get 13, get those camps, and go in with everyone and try and look for that team fight.
Hand Banana, looks like they smell it here. They're going to put pressure on the top fort. With Greymane, they really do have the ability to just delete this fort and wind up turning this into a big XP and a big advantage. Here comes...
Yep, there goes the Worgen form, chunking through that building. They are going to trade out forts in bottom and top. Bottom is going to be the next objective, so Buzzkicks is set up nicely for that.
I like the macro play from both teams here. They're willing to take and give. They seem to have a very good idea about what's going on in terms of vision. There's a big W from Chromie. The jet propulsion comes in. No harm, no
It
done.
looks like sound barrier was popped, expecting the counter engage. Not going to get much value here.
That is a long cooldown, and right now Hand Banana is into overtime. They, despite not having a well, they have the opportunity to let Ray go tap on mid. And they've got the time to poke this out and pick their spot.
Yeah, I mean, getting up to 99% takes about a minute, so they could even just try and soak even mid lane, get level 14, before they try and force Buzz Kicks back off that point.
There's the trait on Dahaka, so Sound Barrier and Dahaka trait down as well. Ray with the throw onto the Dahaka. Remember, he does not have trait here. This is an isolation Dahaka, not adaptation. He's in the root.
This
There's
is
the
a
taunt. Dragon Arrow
Taunt and
counter.
Twilight Dream is a kill. Looks like we have an all-out 5 versus 4 here. Garrosh tosses Blaze out of the fight, and both teams are just going to back up and retreat. Thinking about that support camp. This could be dangerous.
Ray doesn't want to stop. Big jet propulsion into the slowing sands there.
Unstoppable. I think the support camp accidentally got killed by the Chromie Samurai.
Draco with the hop over. Good play
Well
from
played.
the Greymane.
So that is now going to the second protector over to Hand Bananas, and they're going to be looking to either pressure
They can
top keep wall or head down and get mid fort.
With the
See
time,
what they have to do
the
here.
time trap showed Dahaka there. He uses isolation just to try to stay alive. So Buzzkicks, strong macro play, but they've been forced to using some critical cooldowns here outside of the objective phase. It has
Yeah,
cost them.
it does hurt a little bit to use those. I mean, isolation is a short enough cooldown that it will be up for the next major team fight once the protector expires or is taken down. So it's better than definitely losing that Dahaka there, so he can still be here and help for those fights. They are chunking this, Hanzo and Phoenix. It's at half health already. Not getting too much value yet.
But I believe this protector has a Q. Let's see if they can combo off of it. Nope. They'll just go ahead and work the wall. The pressure from Dahaka. Oh boy, that's going to be a dead dino. Twilight Dream coming out as well.
Yep, confirming that kill. They have that toss into Twilight Dream combo on point. Sound Barrier to save Lucio's life. Does miss the Hanzo, but Hanzo's fine. Can just back off there. And Protector's going to go down before they get the support. We'll look to see if they try to stick and take this down with their man advantage.
I think they can put under pressure on Hanzo. Raze should get the throw here. Taunt, throw into slowing sands. Over the top with the flip. Let's see if Draco gets the kill. He does. Purification Salvo comes out, but not too much effect. And after
The Chromie from downtown dunks the Phoenix.
Oh, you poor
She
man.
does have Sandblast quest completed. 16 stacks on Deep Breathing, so still a little bit to go on that. 4 more stacks. But getting stacked up there now. She is going to be a mean late game monster.
Very strong, again, strong macro play from both teams, but Hand Banana has just been on point with the Garrosh play. They've forced a lot of cooldowns, again, just like we talked about, outside of the objective phase. Buzzkick's not out of this by any stretch, but right now, they're going to really rely on probably winning 2 team fights in order to win this game.
There's a beautiful drag. Jet Propulsion gets stopped short by the Lucio. Isolation goes out. The arrow from Hanzo. Can they get this kill? They need to confirm this kill. They've used so much.
They're not even going to get the... Oh, they don't even get the... Wow. The
Oh,
camp is
that-
confirmed by the time trap. Okay.
Beautiful burrow there to dodge the Chromie. That was, I mean, that was a very good engage. And follow up with all of the CC to try and get that kill. But Blaze is just so tanky.
And the Chromie save on the camp winds up putting Johanna in the time trap, and gives an avenue for Hand Banana to sneak on out of there.
Yeah, that was accidental, well placed Chromie trap.
Who knew?
It worked
Chromie
out to-
PVE, man.
She does see the future, so it's. They have so many items. 3 turrets and a healing pulse. Like, they are set to just fortify up. And a heal pulse now picked up by Buzzkicks. They need to get out of here before the Garrosh can get a toss. Good dismount from Hanzo.
I don't think 20 will be approached for Hand Banana. This is going to be a bottom objective. Both teams now losing the fort. That early work by Kunanaki erased by the Triglav Protector.
Right, and I mean, all things considered, they're fairly even in experience, considering that.
It's 8 to 1 in terms of kills.
And Buzzkicks is down an extra building, so the extra Dahaka soak has been keeping them in this, and if they win this protector, it is pushing on bottom keep in either case. So they are very much still in this game.
I don't think it's unfair to assume that this has the potential to be the last objective of the game. With bottom lane opened up on both sides, you have, despite the fact that, again, Buzzkicks have been down, they have great siege with Phoenix. And this is a W build Hanzo, so his siege a little bit lacking there, but you can't just let a Phoenix just chunk your buildings out.
Oh, exactly. I mean, yeah, if they win this, they could. It's easily. I'd say it's definitely a guaranteed keep either side. Depending on if they get any kills in there, that could very well be game.
I think they might be in a little bit of trouble here. They're giving up positioning on this, and they're giving up positioning to a Garrosh, a Malfurion, and a Chromie.
Yeah, that's.
Keep an eye on Ray in the bush. Okay.
Secret bush.
Now, if he gets dragged, okay.
There's good. That is a good cooldown they got out. So this could be the fight that they want if they can just avoid. These conveyor belts are fun to play on, right? It's positioning is all messed up. There goes the heal pulse down
for both. That Chromie WQ is going to be a huge problem for Lucio.
Oh, the Malfurion root, that is just first kill. Sound barrier just a tad too late.
Fantastic play by Defop there. The jet propulsion there coming in just before the sound barrier. Lucio himself is incredibly low. Chromie now hits a double Q onto Nibars.
And Hanzo gets deleted.
Oh boy.
From
an
entire screen away.
Shout out to Sammy YC. Ray now wants to finish this game off. Can he get the throw onto Lucio? Not quite. Just out of range.
And run away. And Protector is claimed. Chromie hops in. And Blaze hops in. So they're going to have Garrosh and Greymane to do some sieging. At least they don't worry about sand being thrown at them. But now it's just a giant robot.
They put Blaze in as well. So a little bit of the siege gone. There's a root.
And they don't have Bunker to tank any of these keep shots to keep the Protector's health up.
And in addition, they did use all of their items to secure the objective. Maybe not the optimal play, but the safe one, and it should get them to 20. Oh, Ray's going to put the taunt on.
Phoenix.
Goodbye.
Yeah, he lived for about a second there. This could be, I mean, Phoenix is down. This could very easily be game here if they just go straight onto core. Looks like that is what they are going to do. It's, I mean, Hanzo's are only damage to the left up.
Wait for the T-Dream here. Let's see if he wants to
Beautiful Blessed Shield there to save herself.
Isolation was used on the backline on Draco, but he could just sit there and AA the core. This core is going down rapidly. I believe this is going to be game number 1. Ray and Mosher doing work. And Banana are going to go ahead and claim game number 1.
Well played. That was a bloodbath. Hand Bananas was just kill after kill after kill, finding the CC chains, finding those kills. The macro play by Buzzkicks, almost enough to keep them in the game.
It was very good. They did an exceptional job in that game of keeping themselves in it just by XP. They even had a lead at multiple points.
They did. Yeah, it was just that unlucky fight over those awkward conveyor belts just messed up their positioning a little bit and allowed the Chromie to just get that money shot that just took down the Dahaka and before the Lucio could even do anything. I mean, that was really the turning point in that fight. And
sitting late on that objective, you had a Chromie with her ability to throw out double Qs into Lucio heals, and then you saw it on the retreat. Nibar's on the Hanzo there, flips out, is just making a nice easy retreat. Chromie just dunks on top of him, and that was probably, I think that might have been the game there. That Hanzo kill provided safety on the objective. And
yes, yeah,
that started the snowball.
That was a very beautiful kill from Chromie. That was just the perfect prediction of where the Hanzo's going to be after that natural agility, and just make sure the sandblast hits there, and he just got deleted. But yeah, I mean, in that case, Buzzkicks really needed to be on that objective first to be able to, because once Chromie is set up with especially with all those turrets that they had, that was going to be basically walking into like a Gazlo minefield of turrets with dodging Chromie shots and a Gera. I would not want to Buzzkick shoes walking into that fight.
I think they had a really good idea about how to work that map. Strong front line. They were safe. They were well protected. But you were right to point that out. Not being able to set up for that last objective, choosing to instead go grab a camp, grab an extra little bit of soak, which in the long run was not going to do anything, was ultimately what I believe cost them. They needed to be there first. They needed to be able to put pressure, particularly onto the Chromie and the Greymane on the back line. and it just wasn't there.
Yeah, I think Buzz Kicks, they really wanted to. It seems like with the Dahaka and the Phoenix Hanzo, they wanted to slow play these objectives, have the Phoenix Hanzo poke, the Dahaka get that experience, but Ham Bananas was not having that. They were just gonna sit on that objective, get it, and without a way to really push them off, the the setup of the Ham Bananas came out on top.
Absolutely. So our second map is going to be Towers of Doom. This is the map selection of
I
Hand
would
Banana.
I would not be surprised to see a Chromie ban from Buzz Kicks. I mean, Chromie on this map makes channeling these shrines very obnoxious, and
Uh,
I mean the Dahaka could be good too. I mean to pull out. So this
I would
I
also
see some potential.
keep in mind, you can't give up Garrosh Malfurion again.
You can't. That was no,
No.
that combo was ruthless. I don't think there was. I mean, there were a couple of tosses early game where they threw Johanna in and Iron skinned out, but for the most of it, it was toss root kill every single time. That was just too well practiced, too good to let them have both of those heroes.
Absolutely, and I highlighted in the first game that I got to saw from these two teams, Ray and Mosher, and this is a new team actually that wound up kind of coming together late. They're not super well practiced, but in this meta, they've been able to identify a very, very strong combo, and they've been able to work it exceptionally well.
Yeah, I mean that's really all it takes for a team is just find some synergy between your players, play that until other teams take it away from you, and then
And
have a backup.
like I said, I strongly believe that we're going to see, if not a first ban Garrosh, then I absolutely expect Buzz Kicks, if they have it in their hero pools, to just go ahead and yank that away.
I agree. Yes, that would be. I would really hope to see that from them. I mean, and that the Gray main too. That was ruthless. He was just after every jet propulsion. It was just Dark Flight in there. Get that Worgen form. Get in those auto attacks.
And just taking a quick peek here at our scouting reports, the one thing, again, it does scare me a little bit. Buzz Kicks have not played Garrosh yet. He just doesn't seem to be in their pool of heroes. They have had success, but they've had success a little bit outside of the meta. Again, we talked about it. They prefer Uther and Stukov right now. And it's not that those are poor supports, but you need to have a little bit more flexibility. You need to be able to tap into the Malfurion. I would have liked to have certainly seen the Alexstrasza there over the Lucio. I think that might have been, again, just a small little things that we see across NGS. Where are heroes being prioritized? What are their win rates and whatnot? And they have an exceptional idea about what kind of comp they have and want to run, but they've just got to maybe look to maybe spend an extra ban or two against Hand Banana here. And our teams are ready for draft. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. Any other changes you want to see here, Kaimo, for Game 2, specifically for Buzz Kicks?
Buzz Kicks, I think what was lacking for me in their first game comp was burst damage. I mean, they had the sustained damage of Hanzo and the Phoenix. I mean, W build Hanzo does burst, but it's not single target burst. Like in order to really counteract what Hammond has had, they really needed to capitalize on the Blessed Shield and the Condemn by just deleting a target immediately, and they didn't really have that. So I would like to see them pick up like maybe a Li Ming, a Mage, try to take away that Gray main, just something with a little bit more burst potential to try and close out these fights quickly.
They had one successful team fight, but it was really a sort of like a chase down in between the lanes, sort of a little bit there. They had an opportunity. They would have had to have hit all of the R buttons at the exact same time. They were a little split between, so the AoE damage, again, you were absolutely right, between Hanzo and Phoenix, but then you've also got Isolation and that single target drag on Dahaka. Went a little bit of a different direction, but you called out Li Ming. No matter where she is in the meta, this is Towers of Doom. Having a reset here is pretty darn good. And oh look, Garrosh gets banned out.
I love that. That is well adapted by Buzz Kicks, just knowing that the Garrosh was a problem, and they're going to take the Chromie away. So that the two things that were a problem for them in the last game, they're saying, nope, you're not getting to have those again.
Oh, and it puts the burden of execution on them. They're going to get big red. Here comes Diablo, and Mosher will still pick up that Malfurion. So they take one hero away, pick one up for themselves. I would not be surprised to see another Johanna here as well.
Yeah, Diablo's scary on, I mean, really just all the time. Lord of Terror and all
Hmm.
that. But I mean, this map in particular, there are so many walls around those altar fights that you can just get bodied. And
And
he can pretty much by himself just like 1v1 squishies. So you're gonna need to have, I mean, a solid tank, and like a solid beefy solo laner like the Sonya. The Sonya will work.
so he's okay. And
Sonya Stukov, okay.
okay, so the one thing they're lacking is a little bit of burst protection here with the Stukov. I thought they may move into their Uther, but Stukov, listen, he's the top tier support.
He does good things.
And on the side of Hand Banana, with what is being shown here, I'm gonna throw it out there again. We might see the Medivh. I would like to see them.
Diablo is an
Oh,
amazing
oh,
combination.
it's just fun too. It's
Mhm.
it's just great to get to call
just-
that.
You see this portal, and the enemy team has to immediately run away because a Diablo is coming out of
Yeah.
that portal, and or Leyline Seal into APOC. It's just I mean, Greymane is still up.
This is a
I mean, that's
This is a big scouting test here for Buzzkicks. We talked about the Greymane. You can ban him out, but if you ban out Greymane, I'm not going to guarantee it, but I strongly believe we're going to wind up seeing Medivh or Greymane, depending on what this ban is.
that's tough. I would honestly ban out the Medivh if I was in their position. Like Greymane, you can deal with. Just get a beefier front line, keep your Chromie away from them. But Medivh is just he's on top of you all the time, and you can't do anything about it.
And a Lunara ban.
Lunara.
Okay, that's
That's interesting.
That's a hero that Hand Banana has played.
Okay.
Sammy YC in particular, a lot of games on Luna and Jaina. So we saw Lunara and Jaina target ban. Blaze Medivh and Jaina would round this comp out perfectly. I think
That would be terrifying.
Junkrat
There's
Medivh.
the Medivh.
Close enough.
Okay,
All right.
Junkrat. That
Close, but
I like that.
I do too. I absolutely love it. The Medivh is going to be so much fun. He's just a hero that, listen, as a caster you'll love to call, but it's something that Draco has played, I believe 3 times this season. I'm going to take a look and make sure that I get my numbers correct. 3 games on Medivh, 2-1 overall.
It's not bad.
4 games actually. Pardon me, 2-2. They tried to use it
Okay.
twice against Married with Children. That's a tough set. Again,
That is, yeah.
Married
that's-
with Children is just 5-0 right now.
they're pretty dominant.
A little bit.
Looking at the standings,
Ooh,
yeah,
boy.
that's. I mean, the Junkrat too is with those grenades. You can stall out the altar captures for basically forever.
The one thing about Junkrat here, Riptire or Rocket Ride, you may be able to hold it, and the reason that I bring this up is because Stukov with Flailing Swipe has the ability to just instantly get rid of the Riptire. Ooh, I didn't
They're
see this
going
coming.
Murd and Sylvanas. Okay, so they're gonna try. I want to see them with Merc Queen on Sylvanas, heavily prioritize the bottom lane pumpkins, and just try to force those in, gain control of bot lane.
This might be a mind control game.
That
Might.
work. I
Eh,
mean, I'm looking at if you mind control the Medivh. I mean, he's really the only mind control target because Medivh can just throw a shield and a portal on whoever gets mind controlled.
It might. I mean, I'm just every time I see Sylvanas in a weird spot, maybe.
It's you always hope. I mean, a little part of me hopes for mind control. Partially for meme value, but it's not terrible in all situations. So,
and you see Muradin, and every time I see Muradin and I see Medivh on the other side, playmaker. I know we're digging deep here, but this is
Haymaker into mind control, into massive shove, into the death zone. It's gonna be fine.
and we get
and
a
they're
war
going with the
chief for
Thrall.
the offlane. Okay, so they move away from the Blaze, which served them very well, but right
Sonya
now
versus Thrall matchup. That'll be fun to watch.
this gives you the ability to go into Earthquake to help provide slows. That will certainly be a boon to whatever Medivh Diablo want to do. So this is a wombo to the max here on the side of
If they
Hand
get
Banana.
this off,
Oh.
they could delete all of Buzz Kicks instantly with a well placed seal into APOC into
Oh yeah,
Thrall just hitting people with his hammer.
just gotta press those R buttons at the right time, boys.
Yeah. I mean, it's for
No, this is like I said. This is going to be a game that is going to be
This-
very very heavy on the burden of execution. This is
Yes.
game 2. If you're just joining us, NGS Season 4 Week 3, we have the second game here. Hand Banana taking a 1-0 lead on Buzz Kicks as we head into Hand Banana's map. We are on our way to Towers of Doom, and we got that Diablo Medivh.
Yeah, I worry that Buzzkicks doesn't have enough consistent damage.
It's going to take a while for Syl to get stacked, but I mean, hey, we'll see where they're going to go. Here for Hand Banana. Ray going to be on the Diablo. Mosher once again on the Malfurion. We see Sammy YC on that Junkrat. Flying up above, Draco is on the Medivh, and Defop is on the Warchief.
And on the right side of the map in red is the Buzz Kicks, hoping to bring it back in game number 2 and get the win. We have Ray on, we have Nibars on Sonya, Kunanaki on Muradin, Spooj Spartan on Chromie, Typhon on Stukov, and rounding it out is Zerathon on the Sylvanas.
Already, we see a 1-1-3 setup for Hand Banana.
They're looking for that Sonya. They're expecting cheese. They're not getting it yet. They're just Buzzkick's just playing it safe, trying to see where Hand Banana is set up so they can see where they want to focus. They're all Sonya in the top lane. Muradin rotating down to fight that Junkrat.
Let's get
Free
a quick,
mid.
get a quick little Q stack. Pressure here from Kunanaki.
Yeah, we got perfect storm out. That'll be fun.
Leaving 3.
Hammers.
Yeah, leaving 3 squishies mid lane. Did he go? I love Perfect Storm. If you're gonna play Muradin, just go for it. You want that.
Just
you want that
go
stacking
ham.
quest. No, you
Yeah,
need,
just
but you
go.
need the burst damage too. Like I get
do.
I get third win, but
I mean, with a Stukov, like, it's not super necessary
mm,
in this. I mean, it's because you can always like rotate out Sonya and have her frontline for a bit, but they do pick up the Mercenary Queen. I love to see that.
late game 2 with Muradin. If we get there, the rewind combo. If you finish your Q stacks, you can just one shot a squishy with a rewind combo.
Oh yeah,
I
I
love
mean,
that.
Malfurion looks tasty for a Muradin.
Big pressure here. Nibar's already up on the wall of Defop. We'll see if the Medivh is looking to join in. Draco.
Yeah, no,
saying
I would
hello.
be, I'm looking for Sonya to go and take that bottom pumpkin camp, like as soon as she can, or with help from someone. Although if she goes and does, yep, there she goes. Maybe. No,
This has
just-
been an oddly tense start to the game here. We see the Muradin Junkrat matchup bottom. Fabled
Yeah.
Junkrat Muradin matchup.
I don't.
Oh.
That's not a soul in. They have a gank on Sonya.
Oh,
She
great
might
root.
get out the root from Thrall, and that gank. Gotta respect the Medivh Diablo. Sonya is first blood.
Great patience there from Defop. He held the root, waited for Sonya to get the spin. This way he can guarantee the root. Level 4 picked up, and that comes in right before, especially before Whirlwind could even wind up canceling that root out. But
Yeah.
this looks
that
like
is
a W build Sonya, perhaps?
It could be. I haven't seen that very much, but it'll be good to just get some more burst damage on the targets that Sonya's going on, so it should help out a bit. And
He
it's
does
good to see
take-
Chrome.
Does take Hurricane, though. I think that kill might have scared him a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. That's. I don't blame him. That was. It's a Medivh and a Diablo. Those are some scary heroes. But Chromie went up there and got that soak, so no experience was lost there. So they are just about dead even going into this first triple ultra spawn, and we'll see how the teams opt to set up. Pumpkin Camp is going to be capped.
Smart
or,
play.
Hand Bananas.
Smart play. Well, neither team had picked it up early, and now you got this bottom
Right.
camp pressuring out.
Oh, Sonya has to be, or Sylvanas has to be very careful here.
Draco
If,
doesn't see it, though. He's headed top with Medivh.
Muradin should be looking to anchor and get this interrupt for the Stormbolt. Here it goes. Stormbolt. Bam, right in the face. Yep, they see the Sonya.
You know, Zarathan
Junkrat
just
grenades.
showed, though. Oh, keep an eye on Ray here. Doesn't get the wall bang, but he'll get the flip on Muradin. No root available.
Into the Junkrat mine.
And now Kunanaki is on the wrong side of the wall here.
Diablo is getting chunked, has to wait for the Malfurion to heal her up. The Chromie is doing work. They traded 1-for-1 on top. The Stukov Silence going down, trying to zone them out.
Trying to keep an eye on Master Touch here. 9 stacks so far for Draco.
Sonya does get the spear. Beautiful protect. And the Junkrat is just gonna mine himself away. Diablo. That
Sammy
Furious
went
Blow
deep.
is doing damage. There's the stun wall. Getting the Muradin off the team. Successful channel by Buzzkicks. Well played.
So during that objective phase, Thrall, Defop here, stuck in the top lane, had to deal with Sapper Camp. So it's, listen, a simple trade. And now Draco, by the way, ooh, he sees this camp being taken. They have a number advantage. Muradin is headed top. Whoop, yep, Hand Banana is just going to mosey on in and take this guy.
Yeah, it's a good decision by Buzzkicks not to fight that and back out. That's better to give up the camp and defend it than lose a couple of heroes trying to defend it and losing it anyway.
That's bottom wall gone.
Yeah,
Oh,
good.
that Chromie
good
W
sniff out.
Yeah, Chromie W missing the sappers there. They got delayed by the minion wave.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Stukov didn't try to throw out the silence arm to stop the sappers from running into that tower. But it could have been that he was just afraid of standing between Diablo and a fort and getting stunned and safe play.
Buzzkicks just a little bit out of sorts here. They've been using the Muradin to soak in the offlane, and I'm not sure whether they just feel like Sonya is going to be under threat from the Medivh, or maybe they just need a little bit of a reset on comms here. They've done a really good job of just picking up soak. They're ahead in terms of shots. Listen, it is early game. Keep an eye on Zarathan here. Sammy's waiting for the Diablo play. He's got to get the suplex. Yep, he interrupted it. Great play by Ray. Does Mosher get the root? No.
Dodged. Haunting Wave? Is Haunting Wave up?
He should have
just
one more suplex. That's it.
Dead. Yep. A little bit too late to save her.
That, in a nutshell, is why you take diabolical momentum.
Yes, diabolical momentum. We have Skullcracker on Muradin too, so he's going all ham on the back line. I will expect it, as soon as he hits 10, I'm expecting Avatar jump into the back line and start hitting people with his hammer. We're all waiting to push.
He's got the Q here. He'll have a 1Q, dodges the W, eats the spear, but he'll be alright. And Spooge gets the channel.
It does allow them to trade out, so they are just going to trade out. That's fair. Slowing Sands picked up again for Chromie.
I will not give up so easily.
But camp advantage on the side of Hand Banana here. They'll be able to pick up bottom. If they can get the 10 spike, I'd love to see them just run it down bot lane and grab that.
Oh yeah.
Buzzkicks though,
Easily.
thinking about top lane.
Yeah, I mean, Medivh is scouting. They're playing very careful into the Medivh, which I like. You never know when someone's just going to pop out of a portal and kill you. I mean, Master's Touch is at 17, so Medivh's playing safe, trying not to die. Chromie is scouting this. Needs to be very careful.
Well, why keep an eye out for Ray here? If she... Oh, I was... Okay, if Spooge threw one more Q out there, I think he might have been in range for the devastating charge.
Yes.
Draco's
Muradin
been playing...
just back.
Yeah, Draco's been playing safe on this Medivh. Like you said, he's a little bit low in terms of stacks, but he's been able to disrupt a couple of camp captures. And,
and better to get the stacks late than die and reset them.
This is a 3v4 here. Buzzkicks has the advantage in bot lane.
Yep, they do have Sylvanas and the Stukov Lurking Arm to try and slow down these Pumpkin Sappers so they don't impact. Muradin doing a good job of zoning out Diablo on the front line. 10 has been picked up. It is APOC, Polymorph, Earthquake, and Riptire.
Oh, Polybomb. Alright. We wanted the
Got some
ley line.
value. Yeah, ley line and the ley line. But if you have the Diablo, might be in trouble. No, but if you have the Earthquake Polybomb, it'll make it harder for them to spread because they're slower. So maybe it'll work. This is full whirlwind build coming out of Sonya. So she's gonna try and pop in and just whirlwind, spin to win, and stay alive in these fights. Level 10 almost here.
Let's see if we're getting some memes. Sammy, I think Sammy gets this channel. Motion's
Mind
got them
control.
zoned off. Yep, we do see
It's
it.
mind control. Wrath of the Berserker, so no lead.
Haymaker?
Only a few today.
Haymaker?
Muradin's thinking. Muradin's thinking. He's thinking.
Medivh has not finished his quest yet. Listen, you could very easily make the argument that Haymaker is worth it to disrupt this Medivh.
Oh yeah. Just go on the Medivh. You have the Stormbolt up to 13 stacks, so that's good damage. You got Skullcracker. You can stop the Medivh from. It's Haymaker. Haymaker
Nice.
mind control. Let's go.
Ray completes the Souls quest of Diablo jumping up to 5,500 HP.
He's pretty tanky. I mean, I guess Buzzkicks hasn't been able to find a kill yet, but Haymaker mind control should enable them to find a target of their choice and kill them. So we'll see how that works out for them.
It's a risk and a gamble, and I'm just being honest. I like it. You know what? Again, difficult play. The burden of execution is tough on both sides, but Buzzkicks looking to try to get an advantage here with some off meta picks.
And there's also exactly those unexpected picks also can throw your opponent for a loop. They might not be ready for it. Like, who's ever ready to do a Haymaker mind control? You always get caught off guard. They're looking
Here
for
it
it.
comes.
Here's the Haymaker.
But he should be able to cube right on out of there.
And there's the portal. The APOC hitting nobody, just zoning him out. I like the Stukov positioning there, hiding in the back by the boss. not to get caught getting that silence out, but that's a long cooldown traded for Haymaker.
Indeed. And Haymaker 20 seconds before it's back up. Obviously, APOC has a little bit longer to go. Junkrat,
just,
is he going to... Yep, grabs the camp.
Yep, Diablo's there.
Who's the mind control target? Is it definitely Medivh?
I think it has to be Medivh. I mean, until he... I mean, he still only has... They're looking. Diablo gets zones the Chromie out. Stukov needs to be careful in those choke points. Murden's looking for a Haymaker on the Malfurion. Does miss the Storm Bolt. Might get the Medivh.
Oh, Mosher's in trouble. He went deep.
He gets the Medivh.
Well, wait for the Twilight Dream. There's the T-Dream.
Twilight Dream.
Oh, and the portal out.
Beautifully played. That was coordinated. No pan. There's the mind control on the Medivh. They're going for it. Stunned out by the Diablo.
Should have a shield.
Sand going. Chromie is in trouble.
Keep an eye on Defop here. He's zoning out real hard. Ray winds up moving E-bars back in. The Root is going to zone out Sonya. Where's the suplex?
Malfurion's looking for the channel. There's the portal to get him out. Haunting Wave does cancel the channel. Sonya is still alive. Diablo is the first to fall in this fight. Does have the souls reset. Malfurion got chunked by the Chromie Sandblast, but they're backing out.
Tough fight. Medivh needed to tap. Again, as we've sort of highlighted, a lot of the shorter cooldowns. There's a big W onto Sammy. Okay. Draco did a fantastic job on the Medivh, keeping a couple of people alive. But once he needed to go tap, leaves the Diablo on an island, particularly without those heroics available.
Yeah, and they did get the Diablo souls, so he's gonna have to build those back up. His HP is now just about 4K, so a reasonable amount.
Isn't that amazing? It's 1,500. Yeah. Murder with the raid. What up, buddy? Good to see you. That's my captain.
Their Thrall is waiting for Sonya to get this camp. He might just go all in. We have the Medivh Diablo portal coming in. Sylvanas is going to just get suplexed into the ground and dead.
That is an insta-jib. Good night.
And it's camp steal. Although Murden did get bottom camp, so there is that. Trading out camps, trying to even out the pressure on bottom lane, which is, you know, more important on this map. Bottom lane control does win more games. Are they going boss? No, it's just
no. I think that might have been a misclick. Draco on 33 stacks on Master's Touch.
Getting close.
And Murden goes down.
20. That Thrall rotation. Guess he got a bit too aggressive into those towers.
Did he get flipped over the wall? Looks like he did.
Yeah. Yeah. Did not respect the Diablo suplex. Well enough.
Oh, go get, yep, here comes Sammy, and here comes the Fop. They're going to take this bottom bell tower, and this is a critical moment here. The first bell tower... Oh, are they going to commit?
Just before the triple altar spawn. This could be huge.
This could also be mind control. Keep an eye on Ray on the backside. If Sylv winds up channeling, she's in big trouble. Nibar's big
and the
combo.
suplex into the APOC, followed up Root, and Sonya, Twilight, that's dead Sonya.
I like that use right there. Right on the objective. You're going to go ahead and now guarantee... More than likely that you get, what, the bell tower, one, maybe two. They're going to run into a problem. Murden's going to grab both top altars, but they'll trade a bell tower.
They should have time. Murden should have time to get both, unless Medivh, does Medivh have extended portals?
Keep an eye on Draco.
Medivh does not have extended portal range, so
Ray's got
Murden is not going to get it. Yeah, Ray's got there in time.
Oh, he's thinking about tapping. Okay, we'll see if Draco gets it. I think he can sell out here for it. He will.
Yep, should be able to. Yep, there's the stall.
Keep an eye on the charge.
And without Haymaker, this Murden is kind of squishy. Has to dwarf toss out. But they did get one.
Sonya on the way back. Looks like
Chromie
Draco
does miss the Sandblast just out of range.
Oh,
Diablo goes right into that time.
Oh, the Chromie's in big trouble. Spooge is going down. The timeout. How long can you stay in there, buddy? Sammy YC is under immense pressure. Sonya winds up eating the polybomb in the back.
Chromie gets out. Murden is on the Junkrat, takes him down. Medivh gets his Master Touch stacks done. Chromie is looking for the Thrall. Sonya goes in. Thrall is at a couple hundred HP. Sylvanas with the kill.
Zarathan. And the mind control, that's another kill. It should be the mouth.
Go boss. Go boss right now.
Buzz Kicks are cleaning this up.
This is very even. 21 shots to 18, level 15. They're going for boss. This is going to even it out. Then they can recapture bottom bell tower, and this is going to be a very even game.
Thanks, Murder. Back at you, buddy. Alright, so the map now has the ability to be reset. Oh, looks like Buzzkicks want to run it down top a little bit here. A good response from Hand Banana. They've got an opportunity to cap both of these Sapper camps. So what looks like has been happening in these team fights, just that little bit of disruption, particularly the time traps. In that fight, the critical moment, Ray on his Diablo, charging in on the Stukov, but eats the time trap, cannot convert the kill on Stukov, and it provides enough time for Buzzkicks to just sort of recompose themselves. They find the Junkrat, isolate a target, and then they wind up turning the fight, grabbing both top altars. And everything's about even here, as both teams now have to defend Sapper camps.
Buzzkicks does need to get this bottom altar in the next 20 seconds, or they're not really going to be able to contest these two altars safely without the retreat path. But it looks like they are going to be able to get that while Handmaiden is top lane trying to retake their own bell tower and push back those sappers.
Sylvanas is still Sylvanas, even though her abilities do not shut down towers, her auto attacks do.
But there's only one tower to auto attack, so you can easily get that lockdown, and they're in position to start this channel before Handmaiden even gets into position.
This is a
Chromie needs to be very
shot.
careful.
This is
Stands.
a shot advantage here for Hand Banana. Excuse me, for Buzzkicks. Oh, there's the timeout.
They need to save her. There's the APOC. It's not
The
gonna hit
Riptire is
the
going to be
Chromie.
big. Big T-Dream. Great play from
Oh, they are
Mosher.
just-
And that's the
What a-
fight that Hand Banana wanted.
That was a beautiful engage, forcing out the time trap. The team could not save her. She was too far deep, but it is still going to be slightly ahead on shots for Buzzkicks.
I think they're gonna
No,
delay her.
Handmaiden
They-
is holding it.
I like it.
They're holding it.
Yep, they're going to try to come
Good
back
play.
here. Yeah, they're down 6 shots. This would turn into a 15-12 game. Oh, maybe they're thinking about it here. The threat from Kunanaki on the Muradin may force Draco to change his mind.
I don't know if they can get this by themselves. I mean, they have enough poke.
They have some
Yeah, they can do it.
siege.
There's minions.
Okay.
They got it.
The 5 points up moving up. That looked to be the critical move there. There's a big-time combo coming up from
Muradin's
Ray.
got the flank. Muradin's got the flank. Is he looking for the Diablo? Haymaker?
Should be a
Into
Q
the
coming out
Sonya?
from Ray.
No, she's just going to walk out.
And Hand Banana gets the
Diablo.
delay.
You know, full souls Diablos, 7k HP. It's no big deal. And they do channel this. That's gonna even out to 12-16. And that was some physics right there.
Oh, Sammy in big trouble there. He
Big.
takes it.
Gotta be
Oh,
careful.
Ray on the
Sonya
back end.
is
as
on the
well.
Diablo trying to get that kill. Does not quite get it. Does force out the tap though.
So these well-composed team fights have gone the way of Hand Banana, but they've wound up turning into these scrambles where Buzzkicks can find a target to isolate and really wind up turning these fights. They were very close to losing both Junkrat and Diablo on separate fronts as the team wound up getting split. Buzzkicks
I mean,
in
yeah,
this
with
game.
a little bit better like focus fire, that could have been 2 kills right there. I mean, they had mind control up. They had Haymaker up. If either of those went out, they could have confirmed both of those kills, but they are going to force bottom tower down and gain control of the bottom half of the map.
So 20 should be up before the next objective. Hand Banana can find themselves one more fight before they will have to back out for the 20. Excuse me.
Diablo's hiding out of vision, does not opt to go in. They're just going to try and get both these camps, try to force something in.
This has been the power of Sylvanas. She is able to, very, very quickly convert these bell towers back or pick one up.
Yeah, especially with
bucks.
Mercenary Queen, like that's 60% bonus damage on Sappers. You can take these forts down real quick. Shield going out. 3 Sappers are down, 3 more are coming. Murden gets slammed. There's the APOC hitting just the Stukov. Everyone else managed to Riptire, forcing the disengage. Polybomb getting some value.
But a lot of cooldowns for nothing.
Yeah, this should just be a free clear as Buzzkicks rotates up to set up on altars.
If Hand Banana loses both of these altars, this is double altar and a boss in 30 seconds. This has
That's-
the possibility to
they-
be game. For
They are trying to poke with Junkrat. They need to get the rest of the team up here. They
Draco's
need to
in big
contest
trouble.
this.
That's
that is
gonna be
dead
Medivh.
indeed.
this could be
The
game.
Burden. This could be. They had the boss option at 15 as soon as they get this.
There it is.
Diablo is fully stacked. They see this. They're gonna clean out top wave. Murden's waiting around.
They have the option to take top camp as well, but they're gonna go straight on the boss.
There they go.
Oh boy.
Before Medivh gets up, there is not a lot that Handmaiden can do here, but they need to do something.
Ray's got to get in there immediately. I don't know if he sees this.
They're all looking.
That's game.
Not quite. Did not get there in time. Good game by Buzzkicks, getting onto that boss and closing out this game.
Working the map. And Buzzkicks, a well-earned draw. I do have to say, an incredibly well-earned draw.
Definitely. I mean, they looked very strong in game 2. They took the fights that they needed, got the map pressure. The Sylvanas, nice spice to the draft there.
Yeah, we never see Sylvanas. A lot of Sylv mains, and there are a lot of vociferous Sylvanas mains, if you will.
Oh yes.
Will play that hero into anything, but they, the adjustment has to be made to the changes in her kit. But it wound up working for Buzz Kicks, and they get themselves a split.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to go ahead. Lobby interview. You guys are up first. Let's see if we can get everybody in here. Let's grab
excellent.
that. Try to find Mosher. Lobby interview. You guys are. Let's make sure everything's nice and cool. Let's go ahead and make sure we get our scores up right. So these teams 4th and 5th in Division C East, and they're going to stay that way. And it looks like have we been invaded? We have.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
don't know
party.
what's happening.
What's Nibars? What's happening,
Yeah.
brother?
What is happening?
A well-earned draw there on that second map. And Buzzkicks salvages a draw out of those 2 games. A tough first game. We'll get to I want to talk really at length about that second game. But talk to us about what's going on in between games. Tough first one. You guys are now moving on to the enemy team's map. What's it like in comms? What do you guys do in that spot to sort of get yourself recentered?
Yeah, actually, real quick.
Yes.
Just so you know, we have Kunanaki, my
Hey!
assistant captain here.
Right on.
So, you know, I'm sure we speak well together, so we'll be in and out with our alternating of quick jibes and jibs here and there.
Right on. All right.
I don't know what you're talking about. I will say,
Yeah,
however, since I have the opportunity to do so, it was the excellence of execution.
All right.
Yeah.
So hey, let's all right, jump back to it. In between games 1 and 2, what are the adjustments that you guys made?
So I'll start out. We definitely needed to address, frankly, like the, in a sense, team fight potential, obviously, of you guys on the opposing team, or the opposing team. I realize no one is in the chat. And really focus to either say we're going to make sure we have a stronger team comp, or for the upcoming game, especially on Towers of Doom, look to do a heavy push strat, or at least a very macro-oriented comp, more than just the Dahaka we had in the first game. Since it was a smaller map, we don't get a huge value compared to like a very, very large map, like Cursed Hall or whatever it may be.
Okay. And then we move into the second game here on Towers of Doom. Wise decision to ban the Garage. You guys pick up the Chromie. So the 2 questions in draft. Was the Chromie pick a denial, or did you have it planned? And then talk us through the Sylvanas, which seems, again, it's always a little Adamet, it's always a little special, but you guys made it work extremely well.
Kuna, what's
Actually,
your
I'd like
thought?
to. I'd actually like to say, for the most part, Zarathan here is our go-to man, but in the realm of Chromie, we actually have a player who does mages very well. He's one of our alternatives. One of our primaries can't do it. Spooge, Spartan.
Okay.
And he confidently stated that since Chromie was an issue, Chromie did mass amounts of damage. Props to their player, by the way. It was terrifying to fight against in the first game.
Yeah, Sammy wound up securing that game. I think that late, we talked about it after the game, that late Hanzo snipe really started the snowball on Volskaya. But
yes.
But again, talk to us about the Sylv there.
Sylvanas, Zarathan Sylvanas is probably one of the most. He does micro very well. He knows how to handle what's going on in his immediate area and to eliminate problems in a quick and swift manner. And in all honesty, when we chose Sylvanas, we knew we were actually going to do initially. I know it's going to sound funny. Our first mentality going into the game wasn't to play the team you saw. It was to play the the 5 specialist meta. We were gonna do Asmodan,
Oh my god.
Murky,
No.
Sylvanas.
Yep.
Yeah, we were going all in, and then we were like, maybe just one.
I have to ask about Haymaker and Mind Control because those are heroics you don't see every day. Like, what was the plan with were you trying to combo those together, or was it just to like isolate any particular target? Or yeah, what was the idea with those two heroics in particular?
I know it's selfish, but I don't use Haymaker in that way. Haymaker is an excellent if you're an opportunistic, but since I don't use E often to engage behind enemies unless I can get a great pick, I prefer to use it as that last quick burst when you have about a chunk of an enemy's health, especially for mages, because Murden can get into a mage's face and eliminate them.
You had a nice combo off of my WQ. You finished someone off with that toward the end.
Yeah,
We
there
brought
was
the whole team to invade.
Yep, I think the moment, excuse me, that game probably was secured was the for sure. If you guys go back and take a look at the replay later, Stukov silence, Malfurion jumps onto Medivh, Haymaker locks him in there, and I think that was the moment that you guys really secured that one. But you know, in that game, I really have to commend you guys for doing a very good job of figuring out where you could give up forts and take forts. And I think that was really the strength of your play there. You lost some early camps. Seemed like the Merc control actually was on the side of Hand Banana, but you guys did an exceptional job of just pushing bot lane late, and you did a really good job of just controlling the map, and it led to a situation there at the end of the game where double altar phase take it, and then you just had a super fast clear on the boss. That thing was absolutely shredded.
Yeah.
It's credit to Nibars for his calls because
No, right on. No, that's tough. No, absolutely.
Yeah,
Good shot
Those
calls.
those calls were great. When we were sitting, it was like, I want to see them take boss right now, and you guys just went immediately for boss. I was like, oh, good job, guys. Get
it's
Get it done.
Nibars is our macro champion. I'm the guy who yells to kill things.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
Every team needs each. Every team.
Yeah, you just hear Kuhn yelling in our chat on this person now, like, you want to see a dead body is one of his favorite phrases.
hey guys, you want to see a dead body?
There you go.
But in all honesty, Hand Banana, you guys were fantastic.
strong.
And
That was a fun set.
I learned a lot.
That was
I
a-
learned a lot from them.
Yep, that was a really fun set. We thoroughly enjoyed both of those games. They were well played. All right, we're gonna move on to Handband in a little bit, but the floor is yours. Buzz Kicks, throw us the shoutouts.
I'd like to give a shout out to the members of our team who, unfortunately, we could not choose to play the game today or couldn't make it. We have 8 on our team, and Cecil, Zponer, and Franz. We hope you guys are gonna be able to play more with us.
That's awesome.
because
It's so cool having 8
solid
guys.
plays.
Shout out. I know you guys have used just about everybody in your roster. That's good to see, and that's long term will definitely help you guys benefit and stay in NGS.
Yeah.
That is
So,
our goal. Last shout out is definitely to Hand Banana for just a fantastic smash.
Yeah.
Like the first game we had a moment where our confidence was kind of erased because we got so thoroughly crushed when we hit level 16 that it was coming back from it was extremely difficult. But what we did was we realized we were going to lose this one, but we weren't going to take that loss to the next game. And once we had that mindset and we just focused and did what we needed to do in the moment rather than think about the future, I don't know. It panned out for us.
It certainly worked, guys. Well earned draw. All right, thank you guys. Buzz Kicks. Have you guys scheduled for next week? What's your next game?
We have only one game scheduled for now. It's on Tuesday versus. Let me check. Versus Durton's Couch.
Ooh.
And they're going down!
There's the smackdown.
All right. Hey, that's going to be a tough one. I wish you guys the best of luck, and thank you for stopping by.
Thank you so much. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, Bobo.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right. Who's in here? I see Ray.
You got Ray.
Cat, what's
Yep.
happening?
Got me. How's it going? It's good.
All right. We're going to
Really.
We're going to rewind this.
games.
We'll start with game 2. And then we'll go back to game 1. Looked like a little bit of a struggle. You guys seem to have a lot of control, but the one thing that we noticed is that you guys when you got the fights that you wanted, excelled. But it seemed like the later that fights went, it just got into a whole bunch of chaos, and it just seemed like it was a little bit too difficult to find your way out of really those picks, especially the Murden, the playmaker, and the Sylvanas with the mind control. A little bit of a different look there from Buzzkicks.
Yeah, we definitely weren't expecting mind control. We kind of were iffy on the Haymaker as well, but like we figured, you know what, we have Medivh portals. If he does, it should be mitigated pretty well. But the mind control was definitely not expected. And overall, the Sylvanas pick on this map threw us off entirely. Because we don't normally play against her or with her, I need to remember, okay, you can't trade keeps against the Sylvanas. It's just not going to work. They're always going to take it faster than you will.
That's a tough one. Yeah. Post changes to Sylv on her trait, you don't expect to see it. In the last 2 games that I've had on towers, so there's been a Sylvanas game and there's been a Zarya game, and the one thing that we have to comment on is that when you see heroes like that, it can be very difficult for you to change your mentality a little bit. And this will definitely you might not see Sylvanas again, but it's good to try to see it once and then know that, well, if they make something weird happen in draft, that you've got to sort of be able to pivot off of your game plan.
Yeah, now we know what to anticipate if something strange like that happens. We weren't expecting it. It caught us off guard, and it showed in our gameplay. I feel in our macro control.
Yep.
Our team fight, I definitely feel like, was our strongest point. And like you said, when we did get the fights that we wanted, we excelled. But overall, they just had a better game than us.
All right. And now on to the first game, which you guys just bullied them on points. I've got to give you a shout out. Every time I've seen that Malf-Garrus combo, it's been absolutely on point.
Thank you.
And that last fight on the objective, you guys did a fantastic job of getting to the objectives first, and strong zoning play. At what point in that game do you make the call that this game is over and we're just going to run it down bot lane?
Pretty much as soon as we get one pick, after getting the bot keep, we see death timers are climbing into the 50-second range. We're like, you know what? We have the burn with Greymane. We have the burn with the Protector. The Protector's at like 75% health. There's no chance that we can lose this. So we decided to commit, and it worked out.
Right on. Kaimo, questions for Captain Ray here?
Yeah, so I'm always interested to see Chromie pickups. Now, is Chromie something you guys practice with specifically on Volskaya, or is that just like a comfort pick for your team in general?
Chromie is definitely one of those picks where we are comfortable with her overall, but on maps like Volskaya and Towers of Doom and the Spider Queen, we tend to pick her up or prioritize her a bit more. And especially with some of the combos we have, we just can get a lot of hit confirm with that. So like if we pick up an ETC or a Garrosh, it's definitely a lot easier to hit her combo off that people. But Sammy overall is just really solid on her, and
she got work done. It was, I mean, the one I remember was the Hanzo natural agility over the wall on bot, and just gets sandblasted. And it's like, oh well, he doesn't have a health bar anymore, so that's a free trip back to base. But and your camp control, you guys were walking around with a whole collection of items like the entire game. Is that your standard strategy to play the maps? Is focused more on controlling the objectives and less on split soaking lane pressure?
Yeah, that's pretty much, I feel, how you are supposed to play Volskaya. I mean, you can try split pushing and all that, but like you see a Dahaka pushing solo top lane. We're able to trade forts and get camp control and not lose our XP advantage. So overall, it's just the better strat there, I feel.
All right.
Yeah, certainly worked out for you guys.
And where are you guys headed next? Where do we get to see Hand Banana for their next matchups?
Oh boy, Hand Banana's next matchups. We don't have them scheduled yet, but they're gonna be exciting. I can give you that.
Right on. All right, and Ray, shout outs for you before we let you guys go.
Shoutouts?
Oh yeah.
You cut out. Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
So I would like to shout out everyone in the Flying Bubblegum Discord that we have. Shout out people in Grand Theft Auto. Shout outs to the OPP people, specifically Splorf. Splorf, I don't know you. Daff and Mosher know you, but I don't. But
Splorf was all over chat tonight, by the way.
yeah, Splorf shows up, and I'm really happy to say that him and Brute are neck and neck for our #1 fans. Overall, yeah, and shout out to the people that are actually getting me parts for a computer because I currently run a potato.
Oh, you're rebuilding the war rig. That's fun.
Yep.
All right, Ray. Thank you for being here tonight, and I'm sure we'll catch you guys later in the season. Handman in it, holding on to that 4th spot. Hope to see you guys climb up the standings.
Thank you again
soon.
for casting.
Oh, always. It was my pleasure. Thank you guys. Alrighty, so that is going to do it for us tonight. I want to thank my co-host Kaimo Tripson. I was extremely happy to have you here and start to get you involved in NGS, man.
I be here looking to get some more casting in. Getting my own stream set up with my co-caster Dynamic, who we'll hopefully see next week.
Good, man.
Picking up some games.
Hey, we here at NGS are super happy to have everybody, working their way into their cast and then hopefully getting up to that full caster tag. We love getting everybody involved. And again, I hope to see you guys cast, and I hope to see you guys in the future. And certainly here, you're always welcome here at the lecture hall. I appreciate it.
It is, much appreciated. It was a lot of fun this evening. Got to see some good games, some good plays.
Right on. All right, so my next guest, I've got a Sunday double. I'm going to be doing a double dip in the Heroic Division. We have Victoria's Secret versus Team Name Change. That'll be followed up by... Ooh, I actually lost this game. So What the Flex is actually gone. I've got to go ahead and change that. They have disbanded for the season. So it looks like I've only got one. I'm not sure I'm going to hold on to that game. For any updates to the Professor Bobo schedule, just throw me a follow here, and then always I keep my events tab updated, and you could find my next set there. Now, let's figure out where we're going to send the host. You know what, Kaimo, where do we want to go? We want to go to Crow, Ghost Dunk, we got Philindrith.
Let's do...
Well, looks like...
yeah, Crow's let's do Crow.
All right.
Crow's got some good stuff going on.
All right, that's it. We're going to raid... I gotta make sure I get the name right. What's Crow Heroes? Let's get the Crow raid going. All right. I have been Professor Bobo, my co-caster, Kaimo Tripson. Much appreciated. I'm going to thank everybody for joining us here. Always catch the NGS action. There is a game on every single night, and we look forward to seeing you guys soon.